All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Or shall I say, Guten Tag. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Hope you can hear me. What's good to Stone Cold Pete? Hope you're doing well this evening. Hope you're doing well today. Today's topic, you all, we got an agenda in the house. We're going to be talking about some interesting topics, y'all. And today is a special day, okay? It's called F Your Feelings Friday, you all. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what that's all about. It's a F Your Feelings kind of day, y'all, okay? And that's what's going on in the building. And actually, let me go ahead and I want to get that scrolling at the bottom, y'all. We're gonna get into it. Why is it an F your feelings kind of day? Because it's like that, okay? It is like that. So we're gonna get into why do people feel the need for you to tell them that you want to F their feelings, okay? F your feelings. And that's the theme tonight. That's the theme tonight, y'all. Let me go ahead and get this thing going at the bottom so we can edit this. If your feelings Friday. Y'all feel free to say it with me, okay? F y'all your feelings, okay? Friday. Heute ist Freitag, by the way. Today is Friday, y'all. That's how you say it auf Deutsch in German. Okay? Just want to hide that. Okay. Oh, look, why they not? Okay, so they want to be playing games here with my little ticker. That's okay. We're going to get it going, y'all. F your feelings Friday. Y'all not going to stop me. They some haters. That's why we're going to tell them F your feelings, y'all. I gotta do this, y'all. I gotta get everything going at the bottom here. I'm trying to get it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get it going. There we go. F Your Feelings Friday, y'all. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen, it is your CEO and founder of BGAB Clothing, Seven Wonder. Brown Girls Are Beautiful, you all. Oh, you good? I'm glad to hear that, Stone Cold. I'm glad you're doing good. That's what's up. He said he's good in the hood, y'all. Speaking of which, let's get into it. But before I do, you all, I am going to actually brush my hair a bit. Y'all, you know how I have the flying edges all over the place. My hair has all this static cling because I'm full of electricity. I'm full of life, you all. I'm going to turn my camera on. I'm going to give you a formal hi and hello. Okay, and then we're going to bow our heads and give thanks, you all. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, you all. I'm going to say hi to you. All right, let's see if my camera will work. Oh, oh, look at this. The camera does not want to work, y'all. What is this? This is nonsense. That's what it is. It was working before I came on here, and it doesn't want to work now. Okay, so this is some complete and utter nonsense, y'all. They don't want me to be seen. They don't want me to be great. They don't want me to live my life. How can they do this to your girl? CEO and founder of Brown Girls Are Beautiful will not have it. This is completely unacceptable behavior. Okay. F your feelings. That's what they try to tell me. That's what I'm going to tell them. Y'all, maybe I forgot to push the right button. Okay. It was me all along. I forgot to push the right button. Y'all know I haven't been on live stream for a while. I haven't been on the YouTube channel for a while. So I just wanted to come on and say hi to you all. And I felt what better way than F Your Feelings Friday, y'all. Again, excuse the hair. You know how it goes. And as you can see, we have BGAB all day, every day in the house. Is Brown Girls Are Beautiful, you all. We're going to stay grateful, even when they stay hateful. Okay. You see, this was made by yours truly, okay? It's BGAB hoodie dress for all of you ladies out there, okay? Brown girls are beautiful all day, every day. Hashtag is no days off. Now let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. I'm going to turn the camera off and we're going to bow our heads. We're going to give thanks. All right, this is how we're going to do it. Let's go on over here and get to it, y'all. Yeah, excuse me, because I got to get back into the flow of things. It's been a while. I feel so discombobulated, okay? But that's neither here nor there. Sometimes you got to show up for yourself even when you don't feel like showing up, okay? So that's what's taking place right now. All right. And how we're going to give thanks, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go back to our Sunday rendezvous special, okay? And we're going to give thanks.
Your heads and join hands. Okay, we're going to join forces in giving thanks, you all. We're gathered here today to give thanks. Why? We're giving thanks, you all, in the presence of our Creator. We're giving thanks, you all, for the activity of our limbs, the functioning and activity of our lungs, that we are in sound judgment. We have the right of discernment. We have the ability to move all of our faculties. We have the ability to basically use our discernment. We are able, you all, to use our brains and think for ourselves. We also want to give a special thanks that we all have shelter, food, and the necessities of life that so many others take for granted. We want to thank you all in this time that we have the functioning of our organs, you all, the beating of our hearts, the fact that we still have our reflexes. There are so many things to be thankful for, that we all have natural resources. We want to give thanks, you all, for those friends and family that truly care about us. They may be far away, they may be close to us, but yet, whether near or far, we know that spiritually they are with us, you know, in spirit. We also want to give thanks, you all. This is what I'm going to say. Y'all going to think this sounds funny, but we're going to give thanks for our haters, y'all. Because when you got haters, you know you're doing something right. Okay. When you know you got haters, you know they're envious and jealous, and you know you have something to be jealous of and envious of. Okay. We want to give thanks that we have not turned out like our haters. We want to give thanks that we don't have the anger and madness in our hearts and in our spirits like the haters have towards us. We want to give thanks that we're so talented, so gifted, so beautiful, so spiritually aligned that we actually have fan bases called haters, you all. And not only that, that our haters stand in line and they are going to one day ask us for our autographs. And guess what? Our autographs and our signatures are going to be worth so much that the haters can't afford it. We want to give thanks. Can I get an amen, you all? We having church here tonight.
Oh, all right, you all. Okay. And that's how we give thanks out here. F your feelings. Okay. If you a hater, F your feelings. F your feelings tonight. Okay. I'm going to say that. And we mean that wholeheartedly. The top 10 reasons of why we say F your feelings. Number 1, why is our property value going down, people? I'm going to tell you why. Why is our property value going down? Because you have people that like to move into the neighborhood and act like they're from the hood. People that like to move into the neighborhood and act like they don't have any freaking sense, you all. People want to move into your neighborhood and bring down your property value, and they want to play loud music at all times of night. They want to leave trash around the yard as if they have no home training. They want to have cars aligned all up and down the street. Okay. They want to act like they are still in college, exuding college behavior, y'all. F your feelings. Okay. For the people, they got to take matters into their own hands this day and time. When your HOA doesn't want to get involved, and you got to do what you got to do because you are tired of the nonsense. F your feelings. I don't know who this robot is in the chat, but we're going to block this hater tonight, okay? Because we don't have time for it. I don't have time for it, y'all. F your feelings, okay? F your feelings for the people bringing down your property value, y'all, when they want to act like they don't know how to come into the neighborhood and act like they got some sense and some class and some style. This is why people move out of the neighborhood and move away from the people that act like they're in the hood and go further and further away. And they talk about gentrification. This is why, because some of y'all act like y'all don't care about where you live. You think that where you live, you can have no respect for anybody that lives around you when we all pay for a way to live. What's good, Jazzy Ray? How are you doing, sweetheart? It's all good in the hood around here. You agree? That's what I'm talking about, Stone Cold. People act like they don't have any home training this day and time. You laughing at me? No, because you know why I'm saying this? You know what? I have experienced this, y'all, and it makes no sense. Yeah, I am a licensed realtor, but I'm not saying this as a realtor because there's certain things we cannot say. So please just take this as CEO and founder of Brown Girls Are Beautiful is bringing this information to you. It's not coming from a licensed realtor right now. I'm telling you from personal experience, I have witnessed this salacious behavior, you all. I have had it out with neighbors before, and I won't get into the details because I'm going to put that in my autobiography. But I had to get represented, you all, by Harrison Wilson's father, who was an attorney back in the day, because of neighbors and hateration. Okay, that's a whole different story for a whole different time. You say, hell yeah, no one has respect anymore. It's all protection for real, for real. I'm telling y'all, it is so easy to go to jail, y'all. And I'm telling you, when you have a lot to live for and you have a lot to gain in life, you can lose it all because of people who don't care about their life, their themselves. They just don't give a F. Okay. So that I'm gonna say F your feelings, y'all, because it is with great honor that we're still standing in front of you today. Okay. Brown Girls Are Beautiful is letting you know the reason I look so youthful, so abundant, so full of life. Okay. So blissfully elegant, you all, and eloquently spoken is because you have to think about these things. You can actually make a decision and be so close to getting yourself locked away for a long time, throwing your life away over people who have no freaking business in your vibratory frequency. They shouldn't even be around you. And when you don't associate yourself with these people, they want to know, oh, you think you're too good. You think you're stuck up. You don't want to hang with us. No, I don't want to hang with you because you don't even know how to portray yourself as someone who has any inch of class. And we got to say F your feelings for that. F your feelings to them people. F your feelings. We don't care how you feel because you don't know how to walk in your divinity. That is not our fault out here. Stone Cold said we need to take pride in our neighborhoods. Amen to that. Instead of having broken bottle, yes, that's what I'm saying. Broken bottle lawns. We can grow gardens for the public. Thank you. Thank you, Stone Cold. Why do we have to have cars broken down on the street with what is it, with oil leaks coming from the car? Why do y'all have to do that? You don't have to do that. Why do y'all want to act like you are still in the hood and you're not living in the freaking hood? The universe, the creator has blessed you to get out of the hood, and you want to bring the hood with you to your neighborhood. This is exactly why other people move further and further away, because they want to get away from the nonsense. This is why the property value in gated communities is the price that it is, because they want to keep certain people away, and they will pay for a way of living, a way of life, a peace of mind, so they can enjoy their freedom in their own comfort in their living space to get away from the nonsense. Jazzy Ray said, I'm sorry, sis. I meant projection, LOL, but you're right. The lack of respect is the reason why people are so low vibrational. I just can't take it. Exactly. That's why I want to get my credentials and bring back mental health centers to the inner cities, even recreational centers for children. Y'all, and let's get into that, right? Since we want to talk about recreational centers, you think about the fact that they take away a lot of things from the children, right? And the children, sometimes they don't have anything to do. This is why they get in trouble. This is why they get in trouble, because They don't have anything to do. Sometimes they don't have parents around to help them. They don't have a mentor. And you all can benefit from mentors, even as an adult. You all know that when I was younger, I was always a writer, you all. I started writing at the age of 7 years old. I knew I was going to be an author. And I have a lot of books in me that just have not been published yet, but they are on the way. Brown Girls Are Beautiful, poetry journals, all the good stuff is coming, you all. But life takes you on so many different roller coaster rides. You never know where you're going to end up. Okay. I never thought I was going to be the CEO and designer of Brown Girls Are Beautiful, but I always loved fashion. So I guess it was in my blood. But as children, who do they have to push them? Who do they have to seek counsel when they have these desires, when they are artists, when they can, they're musically inclined, they're gifted. They're not just athletes, okay? Mothers need to stop pushing their sons to be a basketball player, and people not need to stop thinking that all melanated boys want to be rappers. What about people that want to be dentists, mechanics? There are painters out here, carpenters. There are so many different things that people can do. Yet, and when you see melanated people, all you think about is entertainment. Okay. That right there is basically an insult. Okay. Because we're so much capable of so much more. I know we're entertaining individuals as a whole. We're just entertaining because it's in our blood, it's in our DNA. But when does it get to the point where you say, look, you can be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a neurologist. You can be anything you want to be. You don't have to just be a rapper, an entertainer, an Instagram thought trot. Come on, let's get over the madness. We are more than just our beautiful looks, y'all. There is so much more energy inside of our spirits and our souls. You said that's why you want to get your credentials and bring back mental health. Oh, we already read that. It truly starts with the children, and people don't understand. They are the future, y'all. They are the future, y'all. The children are little walking adults, and they are so amazing. I'd rather be around children than adults because you know why? The adults are tainted. The adults have all of these things that have been cast upon them in life, the hate, the envy, the jealousy. We're going to get into that next, too, y'all. What's good, everybody? I want you to send a special shout out and love to this melanated queen right here, my heart of hearts. Y'all, this is like my older sister. Shout out to her. We're not together right now. But she said, hello, queen. I love listening to you speak true gems. And you know, always you're near and dear to me in my heart. Lots of love to you, queen. Lots of love. Yeah, please send this special queen lots of love because she is, she is one of my number one supporters, and she knows so much about me. And behind the scenes, she has pushed me to be who I am, and she still does. As your melanated queen, yours truly, Brown Girls Are Beautiful, wants to say thank you to Miss Melanated Chicks. Okay, I call her Miss Beautiful Vaughn. You all, that's how I have her saved in my phone. She's truly a beautiful spirit, inwardly and outwardly. All right. And Stone Cold P said, we need to honestly take advantage of our neighborhood stores too, like how Chinatown and metropolitan areas do, with us policing our own and recycling the money within our area. So, yeah, let's get into that, Stone Cold. What's up with that? Why is it that we don't want to support each other, right? And I'm not going to do that. If I see someone that has a nice melanated business, I'm going to support them because I'd rather give it to my own than give it to the other people. Do y'all understand how many people hide outside of these Asian spots, get ordering Chinese food? You don't even know what's in the food. Yeah, I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone, but you don't know what's in that food, okay? You think it's chicken, it ain't chicken, okay? The only thing I used to trust was the shrimp and fried rice. That's it. And some lo mein. Well, you don't know what you're really eating, but you stand in line and think that you're getting chicken wings, all that type of stuff. And not to mention when you get your nails done, right? They don't care about you because they be probably talking about you in a different language. You don't know what they're saying, okay? And actually, when you go into the hair care stores, they follow you around like you're about to steal something. I don't want to be treated like a criminal, Okay. So we got to support our melanated businesses, y'all, especially when our melanated businesses are giving us top notch quality. Shout out to Priority Printing, Shani O'Neill. Please check her out. She is a business owner and she owns a printing shop in not one, not two, but three locations: Charlotte, Baltimore, and Baltimore again. Okay. So I've had the pleasure of working with that melanated queen as well. Um, Look, okay, thank you. Yes, at Melanated Chicks, they're sending love. Thank you so much, y'all. Yes, Stone Cold, same here. So, y'all, what else is on the list? Because I want y'all to run it through the chat, y'all. Run it through the chat. What's another reason why you're going to say F your feelings to these people? I'm going to tell you another reason why. I'm going to tell y'all why. Women, okay. Shout out to LeBlue. She was in the chat on Instagram earlier, y'all. If y'all can't share this live, she wanted to have a women's conversation, and I'm going to talk about it. This is number 2 on my list. Women put up with nonsense to have a man. It's true, okay? Y'all women are so beautiful, inwardly and outwardly. Like, I'm talking about boss, business owners. Y'all are making a way of living for yourselves. You got houses, you got cars, you got it going on. Y'all are dressing well, y'all are beautiful. Y'all have great personalities, charisma, clean, okay, know how to keep a house, everything fun, interesting, likes to travel. These men, okay, are halfway bringing it. Some of them are not bringing anything, okay. But for the sake of having a man, you put up with a whole lot because society has told women that they are not complete if they don't have this man, okay. But is he really a man or is he just a male? Okay, it's a difference. Don't even get me started there. So F your feelings to the people out there that always want to say, oh, you don't have a man, what's wrong with you? You don't have this one. No, it's nothing wrong with that woman. That woman knows her worth and she knows her value. I'm going to tell you something. You have to love yourself more than you love that man. Okay. And if you don't like it, F your feelings. That's what you tell them. F your feelings. You don't like it too bad. I treat myself very well. If it's something I want, I'm going to get it, whether they can get it for me or I get it for myself, because you only got this one life in this physical body, okay? Our time is short, very shortly lived here, and we don't have time for the nonsense, okay? So that is number 2 on my list. Let me go through the comments here. Melanated Chick said, yes, our children are wanting our guidance, but this industry, the cell phones, the internet, the TV, the cable has ruined their minds. Their brains are corrupt with the BS. Yeah, you know what? And I was talking about this earlier, how Instagram can make things seem like it's really not. Y'all looking at these people with 5,000, 10,000, 20K followers, people buying followers, people buying subscribers, people are buying a lifestyle they really can't afford. It's all a facade. That's why it does not even impress me, y'all. If you got 20,000 followers, you do not, I can guarantee you do not have 20,000 friends, okay? Real friends, you can count them on one hand. Okay. I'm telling you what I know. Them 20,000 followers don't mean anything on Instagram, because at the end of the day, if you really needed something, can you call up one of them and get it? No, they're going to look at you like, oh, I thought you had it like that. Then they're going to talk about you. So F your feelings, y'all. If you don't give a F about social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff, is a facade. Okay. That's why it's all smoke and mirrors. It's an image. The TV, like y'all know what it is. It's a bunch of lies. Let's keep going down the line, y'all. So Jazzy Ray said, I always wonder why they cover their face while doing our nails, but they wouldn't make us cover our faces not to breathe in the fumes because they don't care about your life. F your feelings. Y'all, you know what? They want to force us to wear face masks now. But 5, 2, and 3 years ago, had you gone into the bank with a face mask on, they'll be ready to call the police on you, right? But all of a sudden, everybody's the face mask patrol. And like I said, if we're in a biological warfare, I can't say too much because y'all know how they be coming after my channel. But if we were really in that type of biological warfare, do you think a paper thin mask, okay, is going to save us? when you can still breathe it in through the sides of your mask? Come on, make sense. Where are the gas masks? Where are the hazmat suits? I've been saying this for about 2 years now. Because in reality, when 9/11 came, those were radioactive sites out there. And those people were wearing hazmat suits. And the people that moved in that area were getting cancer. Why? Because it's a radioactive site and people should not have even been in the premises for years because they detonated those buildings. They didn't get hit by a freaking plane, they detonated it, okay? And that was a radioactive chemical site. That's why they were out there with hazmat suits. So you mean to tell me something like this? They're going to tell you put on a paper thin mask and that's going to save you from the I don't think so. Well, let's keep going, y'all. Love you all too. Right back at you. Shout out to you, Black Revolutionary. Thank you for joining. Peace and Black power to you, Melanated Queen. Right back at you, Melanated King. And you said, I was just talking about the difference between a man and a male a few days ago. Don't even get me started. Because, like I was saying, anybody can procreate, okay? Any living species can procreate. It takes a true person to be able to parent, okay? A male can basically fertilize anything. That's just the nature. It takes a real man to raise those children. It takes a real woman to raise that children and not just raise them with value and morals, okay? To be ladies and to be gentlemen. So it's a difference. And a lot of people out here that are having children still have a childlike mentality. That's why you continue to breed these people that bring down the neighborhoods. And this is why people keep moving away from those type of people because they don't want to be around that type of environment that they basically provide. And then Jazzy Ray says, yes, I refuse to sell myself short for BS. Been through too many times. Now I'm choosing. I'm clapping for you, girl. Because I know she's a young queen right here. You got your head on straight. You going to school and keep it that way. And don't let anybody tell you that you're anything less because you don't have a man, okay? Because you look, I'm going to tell you like this. You are a compliment to that man, okay? A man is your accessory. Tyra Banks said this years ago, not a necessity, an accessory. The only thing you need a man for is to procreate, okay? Hopefully they can protect you. And if they can't, you got a gun, you got a knife, you got all types of things that you can use at your disposal, okay? And take some taekwondo classes and things of such and provide. And guess what? Most of us are doing that for ourselves anyway. So what is he doing? You need him to procreate, y'all. That's about it. Moving on. A lot of women get these men and we have to build them up. It's almost putting pieces together to make us and them happy. You don't have to build him up. Let him build himself up before he comes to you. It is not your job to raise a grown man. It's just not, y'all. Y'all should check out check out my other video and I might do a live stream and run that video on here. And it's talking about the HVM, the quote unquote high value man, y'all. Yeah, I got into it for 2 hours on that video alone. Don't even get me started. I don't want to sound like a man bashing because I appreciate the real male men out here, but most of these males are not men. I just got to say it like that. We need to start raising our kids hands on instead of social media and TV. Exactly right. This is why we are caught up in what we're caught up today because they have made us dependent upon them. Y'all, we don't even know what type of wood to rub together to start a fire. I tried it. It's not as easy as you think. And if you watch these survival shows, you will see how they stay up all night trying to keep the fire ablaze. If you don't have some type of fire starter and you're out there in nature, you're going to be basically clinging for your life, trying to find some twigs to rub together, and you might just freeze to death. I mean, seriously, it was 32 degrees today. Had I not had heat in the car and heat in the house, I don't know what I would have done. Okay. We don't have any survival skills. We don't even know what type of berries to eat. Y'all remember when I was like 5 years old? Let me tell you what happened. It was me and my friend, and we were in the garden. Okay, out near my great aunt's house, and she had these berries around the house. So my friend was like, "Oh, look at these berries." So she started picking them, and I started picking them, and they were red. And I was like, "Oh, they look like strawberries." So we went to go show my aunt, and she said, "That ain't no strawberries." We were like, "Well, what are they?" She was like, "Those are snake berries." And we would just throw them out of our hands. We tried to put them down. We didn't know any better, y'all. But when you grow up in the environment and you grow up from the land, if y'all watch, there's this show. It's called Ra's Kitchen, RAS Kitchen. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Ra's Kitchen, y'all. There is a 5-year-old boy, and they live off the land. And this 5-year-old can tell you everything about how to grow your own food. It is amazing. And Ra, he actually shows you like all his stuff is fresh. He cooks right off the land. I think he's in Jamaica. They have acres and acres and acres of land. It is so serene and calm and peaceful out there. And y'all, that's how we're supposed to be living. So the government has basically inverted us into being dependent upon them, to the point of like, if the grocery store shuts down, a lot of us are going to starve. You're going to starve, unfortunately. So we got to get back into it, because my parents grew up with gardens. They used to grow up picking tomatoes and lettuce and corn, all these things. They had gardens when my parents were, you know, younger. All right, let me see what some of y'all are talking about. Um, okay, Jazzy Ray, Melanated Chicks, Black Revolutionary, and Stone Cold said, I got one. Good men become broken by broken women. What do you have, Stone Cold? I'm just wondering. But yeah, I guess that can happen. But normally, the experience I hear are these women getting broken by these broken men. Okay. That's the story, and that's the narrative I normally hear. But because it's narcissists out here. Yeah, I hate even saying that word because it's so overly used. But it seems like 90% of the freaking population are narcissists. Okay. It's disgusting. And if you're an empathetic person, meaning you have a kind heart, kind spirit, kind soul, narcissists pick up on you. Like, I mean, like they're gonna devour you. That's how they operate. And so, y'all, they can call it what they want. But when you to yourself and you're very observative and you're standoffish with people, I don't care how, F your feelings. How about that? F your feelings. Because you got to protect your energy. And if people don't understand it, they don't like it, too bad. F your feelings. That's how I feel about that. I see and talk to so many young women who their man, husband are getting these women pregnant and they stay home. They love being Mr. Moms. Wait a minute, Mr. Moms. Their man, husband are getting these women pregnant and they stay home. They love being Mr. Mom. So the men are staying at home. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Stone Cold P said, yep, people choosing loyalty over morals. Okay. And Melanated Chick said, most of our queens are on housing assistance, utility assistance, get food stamps assistance, which adds up to more than $4,000 a month. So the men say, no, why have to bring anything to the table? You know what? You know what? Because he's not a man. Because why would any real man want another man taking care of his woman? He's not a freaking king. Y'all know I talk about walking in your divinity. He's not a king, okay? How can she sit upon her throne and be a queen if she has to depend on government assistance? So the same people that want to give you this injection, okay? We already talked about that, what it does to people, are the same people you want your queen, your woman, your divine feminine. You want them to depend on these same people that will inject your children with the poison. Okay. So let's not even get into that, because once they cut that off, then what are you going to do? Okay. You need to have a plan. Business minded women need business minded men. Business owning women need business owning men. That's how that should go. That's just my take on it. So F your feelings if you don't agree. Social media is all fake friends, but most people on social media feel a great sense of acceptance because they don't get it in real life. Your acceptance should come from within. Oh, that's so powerful. Revolutionary, that is so powerful. You know, social media is a gift and a curse because it allows us to market ourselves. We can promote businesses online. We can do so many things. We can actually interact with other parts of the world that we never could have done prior to social media. But now that people have it, they feel like, oh, I have a sense of acceptance because I'm on social media. That is like living in it's like living in a virtual world. So I don't really understand why people think because you have a lot of followers, you got a lot of friends. You don't. You don't have a lot of friends. Do you understand how people turn on you in the snap of a finger? Your own family would turn on you in the snap of a finger. Okay. So people don't need to get this stuff misconstrued. I honestly miss the days when children played outside. We were like children in the 50s. We created our own games and used our own imaginations. Yes, we did. Like, do you know the highlight of our evenings? We used to ask our mama, can we go outside and ride our bicycle? And we used to just have fun doing that, riding all over the little neighborhood, going down the hills. Like, that was what our thing that we used to do, like get on our bicycles and ride our bicycles, and you're getting exercise and sunlight, and then you get to meet the other neighborhood kids, you know. That was back in the Germany days, y'all, when we used to just ride all over the place. We didn't even have to worry about anything back then. Now your children cannot ride all over the place on a bicycle, okay, because they might not make it back home, and that's very sad. Melanated chicks, okay. She said, yes, Black revolutionary. Now it's all fake. But when we see all the luxuries, fame, money, flashing, we want that. You know what? They have pre programmed us to think that that's what we want. But when people attain that, are they really happy? Because think about all these quote unquote celebrities. You know, I don't believe in celebrities because you're celebrating entities, but these people that are quote unquote famous or infamous, that have, you know, basically a large following and access to media coverage. That's what I classify them as. Because I don't think they're more talented than a lot of us. I think that they just have more exposure and they have more resources than we do. And so therefore they are cast into the media for us to see them all the time. A lot of those people go crazy. They end up on drugs. Okay. They're not happy behind the scenes. They have to always put on a show, an image to portray to make it seem like they're happy. They want you to feel like you're missing out on something. You're not. You are missing out on your life if you're always following their lives. And so this is why I don't have cable, y'all. Haven't had it for years. Will never get it again. I don't care how bad I want to watch. Okay. Portia Family Matters, Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. I'll just have to watch it on YouTube because I'm not going to get cable. Yes, Rod's Kitchen. Okay. Brown.Girls.Are.Beautiful, y'all. Black revolutionary, Black queens and kings need each other for more than just procreation. We need each other in totality. We're supposed to have each other for totality, but it's not working that way because what do you see? A bunch of single mothers. So I agree with you. Narcissistic people are very hard to deal with. It's all about the control. Exactly. Remember, society is the narcissistic thing children are exposed to. Luckily, some of us were logical growing up and we are healing as adults. It's so sad. The childhood scars and wounds that follow people into adulthood. Y'all, it is a real thing that people don't understand the damage that was done to them in childhood until they become an adult. And it does affect them and impacts them very heavily. And so people need to be very understanding when they're dealing with other people. People need to be more understanding when it comes to other people's situations. We are People keep writing people off like they're nothing, like they have no value. How are you ever going to get somewhere as a people if you keep writing people off, not understanding them? You don't care about, you know, what they've been through. Basically, what you're saying to them is F your feelings, okay? I don't care about your experiences in life. It's all about me. And then you go around being narcissistic, okay? And so that cycle is perpetuated all over again. All right. Stone Cold said, I had to walk away from it. Wow, y'all. An 8-year marriage due to her past traumas. Wow. And taking it out on me. I helped raise 4 of her children, and we both created one. To this day, I still, wow. That is that is deep, Stone Cold. That is deep. Like I said, you have to love yourself more than you love the other person in the relationship. And it's true. Like people think like if you just keep giving, give your all. I did this, I cooked, I cleaned. The house was immaculate, spectacular. I did this for them. I did that. It does not matter. If that person has issues, they're going to keep having issues and they're going to keep taking from you and draining you until you have nothing left to give. You are emotionally drained, spiritually drained, physically drained. Now you can't eat. Now you can't sleep. Now you can't focus. They've sucked the life out of you. So this is why I say you got to love yourself more than you love a man. Love yourself more than anybody else, because if you don't, they're going to continue not to see your worth and your value, and they're going to keep taking from you because they are not um fulfilled within. That's why they keep taking from other people. They're trying to fill a void in them. And nothing's ever going to be good enough for them, no matter what you do. I'm telling you, I see so many beautiful women with beautiful spirits, beautiful hearts. These men, I'm going to show you. Let me turn my camera on because I'm going to show you what they do. I'm going to show you what these men do to these women. I'm going to turn my camera on for this, y'all. Shout out to me. Excuse the hair, y'all. This what the man does, y'all. Beautiful woman, okay? She got everything together. She has everything that most people want. She's exciting, she's fun, she's vibrant, she goes out of her way for you. She does all these things. She's on her best behavior, she's loyal. This is what he does. Oh, he just threw her down, and now he's about to take his foot and crunch it in the floor and step on it, look at it, ha ha ha, and laugh and walk away. That's That's what they do. Okay. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story. All right. Story time, y'all. All right. So I was at this location yesterday. Well, actually, I met this woman last week. Okay. This lady, shout out to her. She's 49. She's going to have a birthday on June the 10th. So she's a Gemini. She's about to be 50 years old. She came in there and she said she was planning for her birthday. So that's the reason why she came into the shop. And she wants to get all this stuff printed and she's going to have a big to do for herself, right? Shout out to her because she's celebrating her life. She told me she had a stroke. I don't know if it was last year or a couple of years ago, but that is not supposed to be acceptable in the melanated community, y'all. It should not be normal that we are having strokes and heart attacks and diabetes and hypertension, high blood pressure, all these health ailments. It's not supposed to be normal. But she had a stroke nonetheless. And if you look at her, you can't even tell. Now, she's a heavier set woman. She's very, voluptuous, if you will, for her size. That's neither here nor there. She told me that she had been married for 20 years. And I keep hearing these stories over and over and over. The narrative never changes. She's married to this man for 20 years. He decides in her most vulnerable time when she needed him the most, he wanted to leave her. Okay? Just don't care. I'm gone. And she shared with me that she had been through him through some of his darkest times. I think he had lost his mother. I think it was 3 different things that she named, some major events in his life. She was there for him. And even disclosed to me that this person was a substance abuser at some point in his life. And she stuck through him through that because she loved him so much. Okay. Do you think all of that got him to stay? No, it didn't. And like she said, when she needed him the most, he left. Okay. So she's now presently going through a divorce. Okay. Shout out to her sister too, because her sister told her there's no spending limit on this party. So that she about to get it in. But I just want to let y'all know, women, this is why I say love yourself more than you love anybody. Love yourself. Loving yourself is just putting yourself first, giving to yourself the most. If they don't like it too bad, okay? Um, Men sometimes are intimidated by that. F your feelings. We don't care. It's too bad because if you are a weak woman, okay, and he can see weakness in you, what is that Bible verse? Y'all know the one that I'm talking about how the what does it say? Don't give your pearls to the swine, and they'll stump on it and turn around on you and take it from you, something to that effect. Y'all, I didn't grow up in church, but you know what I'm talking about. That's what I have to say about that. All right, so where we are, let's see. Remember, society is the first narcissistic thing children are exposed to. True. Luckily, some of us were logical growing up and are healing. Okay, so we read that. All right. Excuse me, y'all. Anyone outside your family you depend on will come control and dictate your life and your future. Very true, Black revolutionary. They sure will. Stone Cold, what was the trauma you didn't want to for better? I don't recommend anybody to do for better or for worse. Why is it? Y'all, I don't believe in this. I don't believe that, oh, if you're in love, you have to go through the thick and the thin and the storm and the this and the no. That's not love. If somebody's putting you through all of this, that is not love. They're putting you through chaos and confusion. And nobody has time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Have your feelings. If they don't appreciate the fact that they need to go get counseling, then they can appreciate the fact that they can be without you. How about that? Because I'm not going through it. And I don't suggest that you put yourself through it, because this is where a lot of females and men too get a lot of health ailments from stressing over somebody else. Hair coming out, hair turning gray. You not even 40, you not even 50 yet. And you got gray all in your beard, gray all growing out your scalp. No, we don't need to do that. We're supposed to be abundant and youthful. That's how we're supposed to be. And happy and peaceful and carefree. Not supposed to be stressed out, going through drama, back and forth. We don't know. We're nervous. We're fearful. We're angry. We're mad. We're tired. We're upset. All of this nonsense for what? To be with somebody and then they leave anyway? Like, no, ain't nobody doing all that. I know I'm telling the truth because I have heard the stories. I've been through a lot in my life, and I see how these people out here are. Thank you for bringing up people being too involved in celebrity gossip and these fake toxic couple goals. Y'all, and these celebrities are even not even real couples. They're not. They are not, y'all. And since we're on the topic, so I heard that quote unquote Jennifer Hudson and Marlon Wayans is supposed to be together. Y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that's a real, that they're really together? Because I think that's a very odd relationship. Y'all, I was just telling my mom about that. They push those celebrities together, like the whole Lori Harvey with the Michael B. Jordan. I can't even stand. Never mind. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I can't stand when people they want you to idolize a fake relationship. I don't think Michael B. Jordan likes women. I don't think he likes females, number one. Lori Harvey is just aesthetically pleasing to look at. So they put two people together that they think look attractive. So everybody else can be like, oh, I want to be like that. No, I don't want to be like that, because that dude does not even like melanated females. Okay. Deep down inside, he likes to be with other females. And I'm just going to leave it there. When you keep following people, you will never be a leader in your life. Y'all, why are we following celebrities? Why are we, for what? We're following people that's fake. Everything about them is fake. The makeup, okay? I can come on camera in real life with no makeup, and I've done it, okay? And I'm not scared to show people what I look like when I wake up, okay? Because that's what makes you beautiful, when you can show your imperfections and your flaws and you just say, F your feelings, because we don't care about what you think. I don't have to go to sleep in makeup. I have to go to sleep and weave. I don't have to wear all this stuff when I go out the house. I can come out the house looking toe up. Do you know how many dudes still be trying to holler at me? And I'm like, don't even be looking at me because I look toe up today. Well, I think you look good. Well, you really must think I look like something if I fix myself up. So y'all do not idolize these people. All of this stuff is fake. They are renting jewelry, renting cars, renting houses, in bankruptcy, in debt, going through foreclosures, owing the IRS, okay, all types of nonsense. And then when it hits the news media and you hear about this stuff, why are people shocked? Why are you shocked? They do the same thing every year after year after year. I'm just tired of it. I don't even care. Like, don't tell me, oh yeah, they're going to court and she's suing for defamation. Who cares? People out here got real problems going on. And if all you can do is worry about somebody talked about you on YouTube, then keep your life private. Okay. Stay off of social media. You want to be idolized, and then you don't want people to talk about you. You can't have it both ways. You can't have the best of both worlds. This is what people do. And then the same person is talking about defamation of character has defamed other people. So I don't understand the logic in most of this nonsense. That's why I don't follow celebrities, because what has a celebrity ever done for me, for my life personally? Nothing. They haven't. Neither has a politician. I can tell you the people that have done something for me are the people that I know personally, that I talk to, that I have a discourse and a conversation with. Those are the people that has affected my life, helped my life, changed my life, done something for me personally. So why would I idolize somebody that I've never met before? That's just how I feel about it. All right. Stone Cold said, I never called myself a stepfather. I was a father to them, and it hurt when I had to leave. Oh, wow. I became broken. The energy was so negative. See, that's what I'm saying. You were physically, spiritually, mentally drained. That's what I had just said. They will drain you. And I'm pretty sure you developed a connection with those children. I'm pretty sure that you developed an emotional attachment, an emotional bond with the children. But people don't see that. Like, this is probably, you probably were like you said, a father figure to them, because you took care of them. You're in the household, they see you every day. How can you not develop a connection? But now the ties are broken between, the mother and the father. Now the children have to understand, and it becomes a repetitive cycle, a broken family, you all. And the melanated community sees this as being normal. This should not be the norm. We should not keep going through dysfunction because people don't want to get counseling so they can heal their traumas and their wounds, and stop inflicting your trauma and wounds on other people. And you want to have a relationship and you're not ready to have a relationship because you don't even know how to be by yourself, because you're scared to be by yourself, because you don't want to face your trauma. You don't want to face your own thoughts. And then you want to go drag somebody else into this and ruin their lives and ruin your life and ruin the children's life. That's the toxic cycle, and it needs to stop. Oh, you are so beautiful, goddess. So are you, Jazzy Ray. So are you. And thank you so much for that shout out, Queen. Yes, said Jazzy Ray. I just get nauseous when I hear thousands of people look up to celebrities, especially entertainers, wanting to be like them, even saying like Beyonce, Sierra, be like yourself. Oh, don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me started, Miss Melanie Chicks. You already know how I feel about it. But Sierra was just on, y'all. And I feel a certain type of way about it because I knew Russell Wilson's father a little bit. But she was trying to tell people that they need to get their children injected, y'all. And she was at the White House, I believe, and she was there with one of the babies, and they were crawling around on the floor. All of this was a publicity stunt. I didn't fall for it. I don't care how nice you look. I don't care how well you're dressed, how good your makeup look, how your hair seems flawless. If you are telling people to inject poison into the bodies of their children, I cannot respect that. I cannot. Because these people, if they really cared about you, they wouldn't tell you to do this to yourselves, knowing the effects and the ramifications of what this does to you in the near future, in 2 to 3 to 5 years. When you see self-worth, other people will see your self-worth. That is very true. And if they don't see your self-worth, then F your feelings, okay? Because you don't have to accept. Look, Brown.Girls.Are.Beautiful has a quote, and I put this on my clothing, okay? It says, never throw scraps at the queen and expect her to eat them, y'all. You're not going to throw no crumbs in me and think that I'm just going to accept that and eat it. No, okay? Brown Girls Are Beautiful. deserves a whole entree. Okay, a full course 5-star meal. Don't be coming with these little appetizers, these little trinkets. You got crumbs at the bottom of the bag. What does this look like? And you think you deserve this queendom, this kingdom, this divinity? Y'all women better start living like this. Seriously. Because the thing about it is if you have standards, either they're going to rise and meet your standards or they're going to fall below your standards. Don't get off your throne so you can acquiesce to make them feel better. No, because you're not teaching the man to be the man. The man's supposed to be the man when he comes to you, not he comes to you and you got to teach him how to be a man. What type of stuff is that? You're the female. You're supposed to be the woman. You don't have time to raise these men. You just don't have time for it. And I really don't, I just would not advise any woman to do that because it is a waste of time. Melanated, let's just say she never wanted marriage. She loved the thought of being taken care of and loved. I can't bash the woman of my child. I still respect her. Much respect to you, Stone Cold. At least you're not like a lot of these. I know Soul Energy calls them dust dust bunnies. We've all heard about the Dusties. Shout out to Shira 7. But at least you're not like these grungies out here. You know, these dudes talking about, oh, my baby mama this, my baby mama that. This is what I can't understand about men. You want to talk about a baby mama, right? You want to bash her, thrash her, trash her. What was she when you made and procreated and shared your DNA with her? Okay. What was she then? She was good enough for you to mix your DNA material with, okay, and procreate and bring forth life into this world. And you talk about her as if she's lower than dirt. Then what are you? Because you mixed yourself with her to bring forth life. I don't I don't understand it. Melanated chicks, it literally pisses me off. While I do admire some, I don't worship nobody who bleeds the same way I do. I look up to my mama and worship the universe, and that's on period. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Jazzy Ray. 100% facts. Yes, you telling the truth. Don't go through the thick and thin. I don't believe in shit. Oh, you don't. Me either. Jennifer Hudson and the Waynes, or Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. You see what happened to Megan and the preacher dude? It's just a bunch of shit. Man, look. When I saw Megan Good with that man, what's his name? Donnie, or I don't know. Well, anyway, when I saw them together, I was like, okay, Megan Good, of course, I think she's, very aesthetically beautiful. And then the guy, he looks very nice looking. And they got paired together. But something about him just made me feel like it just didn't seem right. It's just something about him. Cause he preaches and this and that, and he's a pastor and all of that. But I don't know. Did you all see he posted on Instagram a picture of him allegedly crying? What man does that? What man posts a picture of himself on Instagram crying? That lets you know what type of male she was really dealing with to begin with. Because don't no real man do that. No real man does that. Let me correct myself. No real man posts a picture of himself on Instagram crying for the sake of what? This is telling me that he needs attention. That is such a turnoff. And then the fact that he always wanted to seem too perfect all the time in front of the camera. You got to watch out for people like him. Something didn't sit well in my spirit with that whole situation. I was not buying that one at all. Now they have written this book about keeping and getting a husband and a faithful wife. Don't look, I got a book too. Okay, that I'm working on. It's called Melanated Queen. All right, and don't even let me get into that because I'll start reading heavy and hard right now. All right. They made millions. Now they're not together. The same thing will happen to Shani O'Neill and her preacher engagement. Oh, I did not know she was engaged to a preacher. They wrote a book. Well, how did that work out for them? So I don't even fall for these books that people are writing. I always been iffy on Lori and Michael. I feel that relationship is PR for sure. I agree. I agree. The church has been robbing lives financially for years now since COVID. They use entertainers to hook up with these ministries people to get money now. Yeah, I think Kanye and Beyonce, I think both of them established a church. So y'all watch out for that, because see what they're subliminally saying to people is that y'all need to worship me. Anytime you get a church put in your name, you really think you are God. You really think you are to be worshiped. And for all these followers that want to go out there and go to these churches, they better be very careful. The Bible talks about that too. Idolatry and worship of man. You should not do that, because they're people just like everybody else. What makes them think that somebody's supposed to be honoring and praising them? So this goes back to recognizing your value. If you feel that you want to be honored and praised and you get a church and you feel that, braggadocious about yourself, that speaks volumes, okay, about the narcissistic tendencies that you have within yourself. And the people that go doing this, I don't even see how they can even engage in such, because it would not be me. I don't care. I'm not going to nobody's church worshiping no celebrity, quote unquote celebrity. Most definitely, people need to heal themselves before they enter a relationship. Being by yourself is the only way you will get to know yourself, and knowing yourself is how you will know what you deserve. Very, very true. Oh, my mom and I was talking about these dusties talking down on the mother of their children. You literally said the same thing she said. I'm telling you, y'all, don't get me started. I'm going to turn my camera on for a second. Don't get me started. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, I got hair with flair today. Shout out to Audrey Hines. Hair with flair today. But yeah, these dusties, they want to, shout out to the real men out there. But these dusties, they want to paint this negative narrative about females. She's not doing this. She's not doing that. You said you agree at Black. All these things. Why don't you turn the camera lens around on yourself and look at yourself for a second and see why you got all these complaints? Because what are you bringing to the table? Why are you talking about what the female is doing? What does she look like? What does she have? And since we're on the topic of looks, let's go there, okay? Because a lot of these dusties, beer bot, pot belly, pig bellies, beer bellies, gray all in the beard, looking like grandfathers, losing receding hairlines. I'm just saying. And then y'all want the picture perfect wife. You want her looking this way and looking like a Barbie doll and all of this Instagram thought modelish nonsense. You got women out here that are literally undergoing surgery. Women saying they want to get lipo and plastic surgery to please these dusties, endangering their lives to please these dusties. Do you see any of them undergoing a knife, spending thousands of dollars that they don't have for them? No, no, you don't see that. So women, that's why I'm saying love yourself, okay? If people don't like it, F your feelings. Let's run it down the line, y'all. Let's continue to go down the line, because we can go on and on about that one. Another reason to say F your feelings, because y'all, if people want to get road rage, they want to beep at you. You're not going through the light fast enough. You're not pushing yourself into the intersection, okay, to risk your life. And they can't take it. And they want to speed around you. And they want to mash on the horn. F your feelings, y'all. Because I'm not risking my life just because you're in a rush. If you want to go out into the intersection and crash, go right along. Go right ahead. I don't have time for it. What's another reason we say F your feelings, y'all? Type it in the chat. When you're hungry and you need immediate food, F your feelings, because I need to eat. I'm going to get jittery. I'm going to get irritable, and I'm going to get nervous. And if I don't get my food, and I'm not just talking about McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King, high quality food is what we need to put in our bodies, y'all. F your feelings, okay? If you can't understand that. Next on the list, customer service. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on many different facets and many different levels. Why is it that some of y'all feel like y'all gotta have an attitude at the cash register in line, or if you go to customer service to return something, you want to have an attitude for no reason. F your feelings. We don't have time for that. Okay, if you don't like your job, maybe you shouldn't take it out on the customer. You can't. I remember when I used to go to Wendy's, y'all, and it was this one particular Wendy's I used to go to. I told this story before on my Instagram. Y'all, they would get mad just because you pulled up to the drive-through, just because you placed an order. They would have an attitude in the daytime. They would have an attitude at nighttime. And it didn't matter when you went there. They just had attitudes. F your feelings for that one. Okay. Number 6 on the list, dealing with harassment on the job. Y'all, I can't even talk about this one enough. So many melanated females know what I'm talking about. You always have a manager, okay, a quote unquote supervisor that feels like they have a power struggle to uphold. And they feel that because they think they have some sense of authority, they want to antagonize you each and every day, every single day, every time they come in, looking at you, talking about you, calling you to the side, want to have a meeting, want to try to write you up. We don't have time for that. F your feelings. Get over yourself, because the same way you getting paid is the same way you can be laid, okay, off the job. This is not the end all be all for everybody that's out here. A lot of people get things misconstrued because you don't know what somebody's future looks like, and you sitting up there going to be working for somebody else the rest of your life. F your feelings for that one. Okay, let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. They drive fast for no reason and end up at the same stoplight. Yes, they do. It'd be so stupid to watch them too. All right, yes, but want me perfect. I'm just dealing with this mess. I can't spend 10,000 on cosmetic surgery. I'm so sick of hearing it. I'm not 30. Oh Lord, I need a break. You don't you don't need cosmetic surgery. You're beautiful. Y'all women don't understand. There are men that will worship the ground you walk on. You just haven't found the right man because, all right, so let's take for instance, you want to think about what are you exposing yourself to, right? If you expose yourself to the upper echelon side of town, if you go to galas, if you go to like networking events, if you go to things that are, seminars where there are business minded men who are used to having high quality females, high quality lives, high quality money, high quality lifestyles, you will get a high quality thinking type of man. If you expose yourself to the lower echelon side of town, okay, meaning the man grew up in this neighborhood and never left the neighborhood, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the man that thinks like he's been living in the neighborhood all his life because he's around friends and family that never left that neighborhood, never left that mentality, same type of education level. Some of them don't have education level. And so that's the type of man that you're gonna get, because these are the men that are produced in that side of town. I hate to say it that way. It's just like a neighborhood. This is why people pay more money to live in a better side of town and a better side of the neighborhood, because they want a better quality life for themselves and their children. They want their children to go to better schools. And we all know how that whole school thing goes. Y'all, there are books that you can read how to make a slave, unfortunately. There are all types of things and discrepancies that are used against us, especially as melanated beings. And so it's not really to talk down upon people, but it's about a mentality based way of thinking. And if you find people that want to stay in that certain mentality and that certain based way of thinking, then you're going to get the same results. You're going to get the same type of man, the same type of female, the same type of friends. That's what you're going to attract to you, because they don't think higher. They don't elevate higher. And so if you see yourself having more, you need to orchestrate your life to have more. So when people see you, they think, oh, she's doing this. Either I'm going to come up here and meet her, or I have more than her, or just as much as her. But if you're down here, you need to crawl up there. But don't you come off your throne and go down here. Don't you do that to yourselves. I have to say that, y'all. All right. So they drive fast. Yeah, we just read that one. Another reason why I say F your feelings. Talk about it, Jazzy Ray. Don't make me drop this link, girl. Another reason why I say F your feelings is because we are constantly looking out for others, but we don't get that in return. She's speaking to the soul right now, y'all. You know, Jazzy Ray, I think you might be an empath. Okay. Most empaths deal with this, unfortunately. That's why you have to protect your feelings. Protecting your feelings means F your feelings, y'all, for the ones who don't like it too bad, because you got to protect your energy. And unfortunately, when you are a kind heart, kind spirit, other people pick up on that like this. You usually attract those narcissistic people, and they want to feed off of your energy and feed off of your spirit, your soul, and everything about you. Okay. Yes, harassment is super real. It is, and it is sickening. And usually, you know what? It's not just the opposite races, it's your own people doing it to you. Because, like I said, jealousy and envy, F your feelings because you jealous and envy. You know, it is not your fault, ladies, that the universe made you so multi talented, multifaceted, and gifted and beautiful inwardly and outwardly. And you have charisma and you have a likability about yourself and you have men that are attracted to you. That is not your fault. And so when you get these women that are hating on you on the job and want to antagonize you on the job, that's because they're insecure. Too bad for them. You know, just know that the universe is setting you up to have more. Because if you are irritating their spirit that much, you must be that special and you must be that powerful. That's how I say that goes. Yes, I've helped so many people, but when I'm in need, it's like I committed a crime. See, it is no reason for that. So that is why I say that you got to protect yourself. And when you can't do it for other people, just say no. F your feelings. You can't worry about how these people feel because you've done all you can do. And you got to pour back into yourself. You know, and even if it means turning your phone off, turning off everything and just being to yourself by yourself and just resting your energy, then rest your energy. If they don't like it too bad, F your feelings. Just tell them that. And she got one of my F your feelings hoodies. So when you feeling like that, F your feelings. I should have been wearing my hoodie today, y'all. Yes, Stone Cold P, you are correct. I thought I deserved more, but I never got more. I keep getting the same type. You deserve the world. What do you mean? I tell you this all the time. I wish you would realize it. You are so beautiful. Um, you know, and it's just sad because I hate hearing that these women have to go through this. My mother told me I was an empath. I came across three narcs at the same time in 2019. 2019 was something else, wasn't it, Jazzy Ray? I came across some too. Let them stay in 2019 where they are. How about that? Let them stay back there in 2019, Jazzy Ray. Because it don't make no sense. You know, like we don't deserve to go through a lot of the things that we go through, y'all. We don't. Um, and the thing is, people know that you have a kind spirit, that you have a kind heart, but they're going to continue, you know, to make it seem like it's something wrong with you because it's really something wrong with them. And like Stone P was saying earlier, they haven't gotten counseling and these people are wounded, so emotionally wounded, y'all. What I want to do is I want to have a flashback to the past because we're not going to talk about the HVM, the quote unquote high value man. Y'all already know what inspired me to do this. So y'all, I'm gonna pull it up for a second, okay? Don't y'all go nowhere. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all in just a moment, okay? And shout out to me, y'all. I had been under the weather. I'm just starting to feel like myself. So I still got a little cough, a little sniffle, but I got all this stuff out of me. So I feel a whole lot better. Somebody got me sick, y'all. But I'm getting over it. Okay. Oh, this is on my other channel. I'm sorry. Let me go to my other channel. Y'all had to get a backup channel because when I was talking about COVID, y'all, they kept threatening to take my channel. So this is why I have to get a backup channel. All right. But I talked about the HVM on this channel and we're going to go there. And I want y'all to hear some of the things that I had to say, you know, and ladies and men, let me know, you know, if you agree or disagree with some of my points that I made. But I thought this was a very good topic to build upon, y'all, since we having a F your feelings type of conversation. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. Okay. Share screen. Share screen again. We're going to the window tab. We're going to the Chrome tab. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. I'm getting back into the flow of things. All right. It's one of these videos. Okay, BGAB's book review. All right. Clothing fitted event. Shout out to this king right here. He's a melanated king speaking the truth, y'all. He's wearing one of my melanated king shirts. I'm just gonna pull this up. Shameless plug from your girl.
Creates energy, creates your reality. That's when I rose up. But what this sister, what this queen broke down is this. Our bags out here understanding pop culture. You can understand pop culture because that's what we were given to grow up through, all the way to the days when I was growing up. And to that, pop culture is what it is. But you don't have to stay in those lower chakras. You can still come up and be spiritually and raised up at it.
All right. And we're going to stop it right there, y'all. Anyway, shout out to him. He has a YouTube channel as well. It's called Spiritual Streets if you would like to hear more from him. But I'm going to get into this high value situation because while these people are talking about they are high value man, are they really? Y'all, all you got to look at the actions. Don't listen to the words. It's what I would tell any female. It does not matter what they say. It's about what they show you. Okay. All right. Shout out to Queen right here. She's wearing one of the Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Sorry, shameless plug again, you all. Look at Queen.
Miss Queen in the house rocking the BGAB. The Brown Girls Are Beautiful all day, every day. Queen, tell them what that quote says on your.
That quote says,
Never throw.
let's get it together now.
It says never throw scraps at the queen and expect her to eat them. Okay.
I don't eat no scraps. I need a whole meal, baby. Queen out here in the streets. Boss up or get bossed around.
As a matter of fact, you are talking to the owner and CEO of
NMS Cleaning.
Show them your business card. This is how we doing it around here. Boss lady all day.
Boss up and get bossed around. NMS Cleaning LLC. You see it. Residential and commercial cleaning services.
Bosses all day.
All right. So she has her own cleaning business. This is what I mean when I'm telling you these women are looking beautiful, charismatic, okay? And they do not have to settle for scraps. All right. So that's just an example of that. This is what my clothing line and my clothing brand speaks to. We also acknowledge our melanated kings out there, you all. All right. So I'm going to try to close this out and we're going to get into the heart of the matter here. So holla if you hear me. Thank you for still sticking with me, y'all. Trying to, let's see. How do I get out of this thing, y'all? There we go. Trying to find this video for y'all because I want y'all to hear, you know, some of the things I had to say about this high value situation. All right. Where is that video? It's hiding in here somewhere just because I'm looking for it. I can't find it. All right. Is it this one right here? No. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's not that one. It says book review. Here it is. Here is the book, the infamous book review by yours truly. Okay.
Pay the rent, pay the mortgage.
All right. All right. Let's get into it, y'all. They want to talk about an HVM. They want to talk about it. So here we go. All right. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, and all of these good things, y'all. Make my screen a little bit bigger for y'all.
Man boys or melanated man childs or melanated grown boys. There's a guy named Steven something. He's actually married. He also wrote a book and he has a YouTube channel, but he's doing the opposite. He's actually married, okay, to his wife. Allegedly, that's what he said. He tries to help females, okay? He gives counseling sessions. There's also R.C. Blake's. I think he's also like a minister or pastor. I think he's pretty, what's the word? Credible. Those two, I would say, are more credible than the rest because they're actually married to their wives, okay? But they do tell you earlier in life, they give you the backstory to how they got to where they are and why they are still married, okay? Now, these other characters, I would be very leery. And that's why I'm very leery about these melanated individuals that present themselves to females like this, okay? They're always pandering and catering to melanated females because you know why? They know that melanated females offer more support and they are easily led astray because they're opening their wallets because they want help. Okay. Now, what I would do, you all, okay, shout out to Shira7, I would actually purchase the book, and it's called I Bring Nothing to the Table and Too Pretty to Pay Bills, you all. She's helping out thousands of women across the nation, okay, and probably across the world, to basically combat and negate this nonsense that's taking place with these melanated men children, okay, that are promoting these antics. So let's get into it, you all. So I can show you better than I can tell you what's taking place here. All right. So I'm going to play this. This is a video by Ace Heru, and he talks about why she's disrespectful and won't submit. Now, I don't understand what the major issue is about submission with melanated males, okay? They have a big thing about someone being submissive to them. And I really believe it's because they lack dominance, okay? That's just my personal opinion. They lack confidence. There's something that they're lacking, which is why they always want a female to submit. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense whatsoever. I don't understand why in most communities you don't hear these antics playing out, but in the melanated community, this is a big thing with melanated guys. They want the females to submit. Now, think about it. There's a reason why females are dominant, okay? You have alpha females and you have alpha males. Some females carry the attributes and the characteristic traits of being an alpha, and she can be a balance of both. She can be a leader and she knows how to be a follower. But the guy also has to know how to lead, and he also has to know how to follow. When it gets to following, he feels challenged. I can give you pretty examples of the nonsense that I've seen personally in my own life, you all, where they don't want to take the advice of a female because they want to feel like they know it all. And you don't have to do that. And some guys, this is not to come off as arrogant or cocky, but sometimes women just know more about certain subjects, certain topics, certain matters, certain things in life. Women are just more knowledgeable. And instead of them just accepting and embracing that fact, they want to push the issue, and they don't want to be told what to do. They don't want to be suggested what they should do. They want to try to do it themselves. And then once they fail, then they hear it from someone else. And then they do the same thing that she suggested a long time ago because they have an issue within themselves. Okay. So this has nothing to do with a woman submitting to a man. This has something to do with his ego, his confidence, his pride, which all needs to be pushed to the side because you can't get anywhere if you're trying to build a life, a relationship, or whatever off of that. Okay, so I think a lot of men need to get over themselves if that's the agenda. A lot of guys want yes women. They want a woman or a lady or a female to agree and go along with everything they suggest, even though a female such as me, I'm forward thinking. So I don't just think about the moment. I am thinking literally years ahead, okay? And I've always been structured this way because I care about my life, okay? Mm-hmm. When you care about your life, you don't have the luxury of just living day to day and figuring it out as you go along. You actually strategize a plan for yourself because you love yourself that much, that you will not just leave your life to be led astray by any male that comes into your life. It doesn't matter who it is. You have just much as say in your life as they do, okay? Whether they like it or not. And if they don't, then that's just too bad, okay? Because maybe that's just not the guy for you. Maybe they need a yes woman. And in this case, Shira 7 will refer to them as pick-mishas, okay? Yes, just catering to everything he wants. He cannot grow this way, all right? And this is the result of certain guys being catered to, being baby too long, and then, you know, they need that validation. And if you don't give them that validation, they're going to try to seek it from somewhere else. We don't have time for that. Nobody has time to raise a grown man. It's not fair to you ladies, so stop doing it. And also, you got to put yourself first. You got to see yourself as just as important as the importance that you see within the qualities of this individual. Because a lot of females feel that because they have the guy, that they've won the prize. But really, they're not understanding that they're diminishing their value, you all. I have seen it. I have witnessed some unbelievable stuff where a female's going out of their way for someone who certainly is not deserving of it, certainly is not appreciative of it. And the way they look at females that do these things is, oh, she's willing to do this for me. Well, let me see if I can get her to do that. Then they'll keep taking it a step further and a step further. They're always going to push their boundaries, ladies. They're like toddlers. Toddlers like to see how much they can get away with before they get in trouble. They are the same way. Unfortunately, they are the same way because most of them are man boys. And it's no secret that in the melanated community, most of them don't mature until the age of 40. That's nothing to be proud of. Because when you look at the Asian community, and when you look at the Hispanic community, and when you look at the Middle Eastern community, and when you look at all the other communities, their men are doing what they're supposed to be doing at a much younger age. So I don't understand why melanated guys think it's okay to have all these excuses about the reason they can't do this is because, they have so much holding them back. Do you understand that the female has it just as bad, if not worse, because they are melanated and they are female? And that means that they are basically looked upon in a very negative light by the entire world. Okay? It is no secret they are the most neglected. They are the most unprotected. They are left damaged, left in havoc. And I'm going to say this again. The number one thing that plagues the melanated community, okay, is the melanated man-child. It is an epidemic that plagues the melanated community. And I speak a lot about this, and I'm going to be writing some more on this topic. But let's get into it, y'all, because the antics never stop. All right, let's go ahead so I can share my screen, you all. Nonsense is what it is, y'all. Nonsense. You know, the fact that people have to keep writing books, the fact that people have to keep having seminars, workshops, trying to teach you how to gain women, that says a lot. And it's very sad. It is very sad. I don't see any other ethnicity doing this nonsense. And so to combat these topics, there are females that have to come out and speak up because of the neglectful, the irresponsible behaviors of these men children in their 40s, 50s, some even in their 60s, 30s. Because they have not grown up, because they are damaged, because they don't want to seek counseling and help, because they've been hurt somewhere in life, so they want to take it out on all females. And then they want to spread the word to teach other men children that's going to listen to these nonsense and these antics on how they can too follow along with this agenda. Where is it getting you? Nowhere. Where is it getting the community? Nowhere. Some of these people have daughters and they don't even care that someone could come along and treat their daughter the same way. They don't care. This is the backwards mentality of melanated men children. Yeah, it's irritating. It's irritating, ladies. Continue to walk in your divinity. That's what I'm going to tell you all. So I'm a beauty queens out there. All right. Now I know I said I'm going to share this screen, so let me share this screen. All right, it says share, share sound, video clip, share. Make sure I can hear. So here we go, y'all. I'm gonna speak on this. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh boy.
So number one is it costs to be the boss. You know what I mean? So if you
All right, see, already. He's talking about it costs to be the boss. Yes, it does. Okay. But a female does not have to be bossed around. A female does not have to be dominated. She's not a child. Okay. She's a lady. She's a goddess. She's a queen. All right. And so I think sometimes guys do this because they need validation, because they want to feel empowered. You can be the boss of the bills. You can be the boss of paying the bills, but you're not the boss of her. So I want people to understand you're not the boss of the female. Okay. She's the leader of her life as well. She didn't come into this world for you to think that you are the dominating boss of her. Your number one job is supposed to be to provide and to protect. Actually, to protect and to provide. Because a lot of these women are out here providing for themselves because men can't even be the providers. Melanated men are not even true providers. But let's get in. He didn't even finish his first sentence, you all. But let me give him a chance to convey his message.
you living with your girl, y'all living under the same roof. So this is a serious LTR, long-term relationship. So maybe it's your girlfriend, your wife, significant other, what have you. If you guys are cohabitating and you live together and she doesn't respect you, it's because it costs to be the boss. So, I've kind of touched on this before. You have to be paying that rent. You got to pay that mortgage. You see what I'm saying? Because the highest calling of a man is to protect a woman so she can walk the earth unharmed. That's just my aunt. That's just what it is. That's the highest calling of a man. And so when you are protecting a woman, right? You have to also look at what's going on in nature with the Lion King. You know what I mean? We talk about the Lion King all the time. A Lion King is a king of his pride because, number one, he's protecting those lionesses that's feeding him, that goes out and hunting shit, with all the, the game, giraffe and all that, and killing them. And then he gets to eat first, and then they get to eat second, and the children eat last. That's how the Lion Society does it, right? So, but he protects those females from other rival lions, and also from the hyenas, and also from other, would-be crazy-ass predators that may try to attack them. You know what I mean? But also within that protection, he's also providing territory, aka a home. So if you're living with your girls in LTR, we're gonna keep that analogy. You're the Lion King. You're a king, right? You're a god. You're a star of your own movie, right? Well, the most advantageous position that you need to be in is head of household. So you need to be paying that rent. You need to be paying that mortgage. Flat the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? If all of it, that's what you need to be doing. Now, she can take care of a utility bill, a light bill, utility bill, some groceries, shit like that or whatnot. And you need to be taking care of that transportation. You feel me? Like if she need a whip, you can help her buy a car, put the money down. She got to pay the note or some shit like that. But bro, I talk to you guys about money too. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be incurring liability. You should be incurring or garnering assets.
All right. So I'm gonna stop it right there, because he basically said you don't want to incur a liability. Okay, ladies, if this guy is really serious about you, okay, he's going to be paying your bills. He's going to be paying your bills the best that he can. He's going to be providing a lifestyle for you so that you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to work if this guy is really serious about you. And if You are a responsible individual with your credit, with your money, okay? Because he talks about being a high value man. So I would assume that he's going to attract automatically a high value female if he can recognize one, because he's supposed to quote unquote be, the connoisseur of these women. So I would assume that the type of woman he incurs or attracts is one that is not incurring a lot of debt, one that has decent credit, one that knows how to manage her bills. So therefore, if he cared about her and if he wanted her to have a nice, decent car, okay, and she needed transportation, most high value women already have their own car, and not just any car, a nice car, and not just sometimes one car, they have multiple cars, multiple modes of transportation out here. That's how these ladies, these high value queens are giving it up. Okay. So when he talks about the fact that, oh, you can help her with the down payment, but she needs to be paying the note because you don't want to incur a liability. Queens, ladies, goddesses, you are an investment. Okay. So don't ever let no guy tell you that you're a liability, especially when you know you are high value. Because if he loves you, if he really cares about you, he will make that investment. Okay. I've had someone offer, okay, to run it up for me on a car payment. We were not even in a relationship. We were just talking. Now he's talking about being in a relationship and she has to pay her own car note. Strike number one. Okay. And actually strike 1.5 already, because he was talking about dominating and why she won't submit. So basically it's almost strike number 2. Yeah. I'm not going to let me go back. Let me go back. Okay. Now he put up a picture of a lion, you all. He put up a picture of a lion. Let me see if I can get to that picture again. I don't see it on here. So I'm not gonna play his entire video, but I will play it in the background because I want you all to hear what he's saying. Okay, I want y'all to hear this. So where did I stop it?
You take care of that transportation. You feel me? Like if she need a whip, you help her buy a car, put the money down.
There it is. There it is. You just heard it for yourself. What he said. You can help her buy a car, put the money down. But as far as the note, you ain't handling the note. So I take issue with that. I take issue with that because, like I said, if he is willing to invest in you, then he will pay for your car payment. You all, what is a car payment? $300-$400. Some car payments, if you have really good credit, are not that much. They're not that much. And if you're a high quality man and a high quality female, then he can use his credit, or she can use her credit. You can put your credit together. And if he knows anything about credit and finance and how this all works, which I guess not, because when YP went to the place, he got turned down for the loan. You would get your own financing at usually what's more reputable is a credit union, okay? Because they have the best rates, okay? Now you go into the dealership, you don't need to really haggle with them about finances because you already, boom, walked in there with your own financing. They can't tell you jack. All they can tell you is, if this is the amount of financing you want, these are the cars that we have in your price range. That's already taken care of. So the note shouldn't even really be an issue because it's only a couple of $100s a month. That's just my opinion. If he's really serious about you, if he's really interested in you, if he's really invested in you, he's not going to look at you as a liability. He's going to look at you as an investment. All right. Now let's continue on, because he continues to go on with this notion of being HVM, a high value man.
You gotta pay the note or some shit like that. But bro, you know, I talk to you guys about money too. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be incurring liabilities. You should be incurring or garnering assets into your life. And so, a finance car, a finance, boat, anything you finance is going to have, debt tied to it.
We know this, right? But guess what? There's a difference between those that cannot afford it and those that can. And so those that can afford it are the ones that can afford the high quality woman. Right? You're not worried about acquiring all this debt because there are multimillionaires, you ladies, and thousandaires that have boats, that have access to boats on the river, houses on the river, that have businesses in their name, and that are actually acquiring income, that can afford a high quality, luxurious life. If this is a high value woman that you're seeking, because most high value women don't just want a normal, regular life where they're struggling from check to check, okay? High quality women are normally educated. Some of them have multiple degrees. Some of them have careers, okay? So they're looking for someone that can basically be equally yoked. Well, let's continue.
But it's better to have mortgage than just consumer debt, like a car, credit cards.
He's talking basic knowledge, you all, ladies. We already know this. These melanated queens out here, my beauty queens, my brown girls are beautiful, you already know this stuff. You already know this stuff. So the stuff that he's speaking is really, very basic. It's very simple. We expect for the guy to meet us intellectually or surpass us a little bit intellectually because we like to learn. Like, we like to be mentally stimulated, right? So he's trying to play into that narrative, but maybe he's speaking to people who don't know any better. So we'll go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt on that portion.
Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, just to illustrate my point, pay the rent, pay the mortgage, couple with a down payment on a car, or buy her a car, flat the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what I'm saying, she can just drive the whip, or if she want to finance it, she's going to be responsible for that car note. But you need to be taking care of that head of the household. That's just straight up number one. Because it costs to be the boss. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Women are attracted to resources.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, they're attracted to resources, and it's all about stability for them because, if you knock them up, then what?
That's right.
She's thinking about, raising these children, into productive adults into society. And this is one of the reasons why she laid down with you, because she saw something in you that she wanted to replicate and reproduce. Because women only want to reproduce men who they see or feel that are masculine. They're attracted to this. They want to reproduce. Welcome to study.
Okay, they went into commercial, y'all. So let's see. We need to skip this commercial because we definitely don't want to hear Shaquille O'Neal on commercial sitting on a chair. Let me show y'all this. We don't need to see Shaquille O'Neal sitting on a chair because we already know that no, we don't need to hear him. All right, let's skip that. All right, let me turn it back up.
And they're wired to do that. They're wired to be reproducers. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're created for. That's why they got, the yoni and the womb and the hips and all of that for that. You know what I mean? That's why they're beautiful and seductive and salacious, so that you can impregnate them, and so that they can bring, more children into the world.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. But my whole point with this point number one is it costs you the boss. You have to pay the mother. You have to protect and provide. You have to pay the motherfucking bills.
It's true, y'all.
You got to pay that rent. You got to pay that mortgage. Now, if you're not in a position to pay that rent and mortgage, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in your early 20s, you just starting to fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You don't have your own crib yet. Maybe you're living home with moms or dad or whatever on the couch in the basement, up in the attic somewhere and shit.
So ladies, we already know that we're not dealing with those type of individuals because they're not high quality, or high value men. I like to say high quality men, because if they cannot even afford, a place to stay for themselves, certainly they cannot afford a place to stay for a family. Okay, so there is no need for you to even physically or intimately give yourself to this guy, because like he just said, and I do agree with him on that, if you are going to put yourself at risk to be with child, okay, if you're practicing those acts and you become pregnant, he can't take care of you because he does not even have a means to live somewhere on his own. So don't put yourself in that position, you all. A 20-year-old can do nothing for anyone anyway. So you would that would not even be in your vocabulary. If he's in his 20s, he can stay there. That's my opinion.
Okay, cool. But you got a job, or you got an hustle on the side. Maybe you started your business. Maybe you have a legit business. Maybe you're investing on. You know what I'm saying? You got things going on because you know how I come with it. It's job, it's business, or investments. Because your job is going to give you sustenance, and your job is going to fund your business.
That's right.
And then when you scale out the business, your business is going to fund your freedom, your financial freedom. True. That's the ultimate goal of any high value man or of any king, god, or star. You don't want to be working for anybody, especially in this this dominant society and oppressive system that we live in within this matrix.
Correct.
So that's the ultimate goal is financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to develop financial freedom is through passive income, through investments, real estate, and portfolio. Those are the main three modalities to get that. You see what I'm saying? Or you have to create. Be an athlete, singer, actor, entertainer, celebrity, etc. You know what I mean? To get those type of royalties and sponsors and shit like that. So you can start up other entrepreneurial type businesses and things like that. So I don't get up on that enough. You have to. It costs to be the boss. That's number one. All right. Now, number two, you got to put it down in the bedroom. Like I'm giving to you raw. It costs to be the boss, and you got to blow her back out. You got to blow her back out. You got to blow her throat out. You know what I'm saying? And you got to.
Now, did he just say? Hold up. Did he just say you got to throw her throat out? I think that's what he just said.
Take those guts out, straight up. You know what I mean?
I don't know if, you know what? See, these are the antics of guys that need validation, because real men know how to handle women. Okay? A woman does not necessarily want to be handled in that manner. They think that they're doing something when they do that. And it's sad because they still haven't learned. But let's let him continue to talk.
Let's keep it a buck. Women like sex more than men like sex. You know what I'm saying? They just want sex from men who they perceive as that man, as that guy, that high value guy. That you know what I'm saying? That successful guy. That bad boy. That, you know what I'm saying? The nigga that just do it for them. These are the type of men that these women go crazy for. They lay down with. You know what I mean? Just look at your average celebrity, look at your average rapper or whatever, or anybody that got a bag, your average athlete.
All right, I'm gonna stop him right there because he's talking about groupies, y'all. That's not a high quality woman, because a high quality woman does not necessarily go after a rapper or an athlete, because she already knows that he has a lot of low vibrational females around him. There are a lot of low quality females that are doing the same thing that the rest of them are doing. So that is not the particular male she's going for. If you look at these rappers, these entertainers, and a lot of the celebrities, quote unquote, if you consider them celebrities, because I certainly do not. You all know my stance on that. Celebrities are not leaders. They're just people that have a larger platform, that have a certain talent that has been showcased for the masses. There are a lot of talented people out here in the public population that just does not have the same platform, okay? Or the same amount of money. And there are certain people that are pushed to the forefront to perpetuate a certain narrative. So let's not even go there. First of all, if he doesn't have the mental intellect or mental acuity, okay, then that is no match for a high value woman. If he is a rapper, an entertainer, a singer, an athlete, Okay, what about the doctors? What about the attorneys? What about there are so many different professions of a high quality man, okay, than just an entertainer. But what he's talking about is not the same as what a high quality female would look for. I don't think a whole lot of females are looking for that unless they're actually looking to get paid, you all. Sugar daddies, baby daddies, because that's what they're going to be, a baby mama, if they go for this type of individual. More than likely, that's what they're going to be. So right there, I don't agree with that narrative. So that really doesn't perpetuate what his book is about. Because if you're a high value man, you don't want a groupie, okay? You want a high quality woman. That's what you want. That's what I would think anyway. But it depends. So let's continue to let him speak.
And look at the groupies and the women that flock to them. Why? Because they're stable. Why? Because they have social status. Why? Because they have, charisma. Why? Because they have the money to invest in themselves and wear designer clothes and look good and wear designer jewelry, all type of shit, right? Trinkets and shit that attract women. You know what I mean? This is why.
All right. So he just said, look at the groupies that flock to them. So are you trying to attract a high value woman, or are you trying to attract a groupie?
And if you have access to that type of income and social status, you have the same outcome. Women are very predictable, just like we're very predictable.
He says women are very predictable, just like we're very predictable. Yes, a lot of them are predictable because a lot of them are practicing the same nonsense, the same antics, and the same tactics. So yes, they are predictable. What females like is someone that's not predictable, someone that's not like all the rest, because this is what makes them high value. You ladies, I want you to think about it. You think about the special women, the special spirits, the special souls out here, okay? They are rare, okay? They're like diamonds that you really cannot find in many places. You have to really go digging to find this high quality diamond, right? So in order to acquire this diamond, what are you willing to do for it? It's high value. It's a lot of money. How much money am I willing to give? Am I willing to change my lifestyle to acquire this diamond? Because you have guys out here that will buy their women, a wedding ring, and they pay attention to all the carats that are in this diamond, right? Because they place value on that asset. So if that is an asset, then that is not a liability. So you're willing to invest. So this is how I want you to look at yourselves. If you're a rarity, you cannot be just throwing yourselves out there like a groupie, because that's not what you are. If anything, that high quality, high value man is going to seek you out, because he's going to look at that and look at you and say, she's different. Okay, I want to pursue her. That's what he's going to do. So what he just demonstrated to you is he's telling these guys how to attract groupies. But I thought high value men wanted high quality women. That's what I thought, but maybe that's not what he's seeking. So I would question and I would ponder that narrative and that that sentence, that phrase or whatever you want to call it, that he just disclosed to us just now as he's going down the list here. All right, but let's continue.
The more ass hips and thighs that they have, and small waists, and youth, fertility, and beauty that they have, the more niggas they're gonna have checking for them. This is just how it go. You know what I mean?
Again, ladies, okay, you can have an abundance of beauty, an abundance of assets, an abundance of light. Okay, you can be a very attractive lady. You're going to magnetize a lot of guys, but you don't want all of those guys. You want the special ones, the rare ones, the diamonds, if you will. Okay, you want someone that's a prize just like you. That's what you want. So it does not matter that all these guys are attracted to you, because there are a lot of females that have a lot of guys attracted to them. The same way there are probably some guys that have a lot of women attracted to them. The difference is women have more self-control and they do not have to exercise all of the options, okay, that are attracted to them. But guys find validation in the amount of attention they get from females, regardless of which type of female it is. And because they have this self-validation thirst that needs to be filled by by women, this is what raises their confidence level, you all. So ladies, sometimes if that's what it takes, then you can play, okay, with their confidence. But a real man that's built like that, he's not going to fall for those antics because he's already a built, self-made man. Like he's already built himself up. And so all of that attention, yes, he enjoys it, he likes it, but he does not need it because it doesn't do anything for him. He already has everything he needs. And so he knows that he can have a certain type of female, if you will. Okay? So some of what he's saying, I agree with, and some of it I disagree with. I'm just going to be honest with you, just like that. Because some of this is nonsense, in my personal opinion. But he's pushing this narrative because he has to sell this book. So he has to sell these antics. And he wants people to think that he knows what he's talking about, which some of this is not true, you all. And you know by living in real life. So let's continue to listen to this.
So you got to put it down in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit them spots, bro. You got to dig it out. Got to hit that G spot. It's on the upper wall, about an inch in. No more than 2 inches in on the upper wall of the vaginal canal. Got to hit the...
He probably looked some stuff up online. Okay? I don't know the females that he's been with, but every female is not built the same internally or externally. Okay? And yes, he can read books, which is good because he's trying to educate himself. But in the process, he's trying to educate other people. And the problem with trying to educate other people and make a generalization about all females is that all females are not the same. They're not built the same, like I said, internally or externally. So what may work for one female does not necessarily work for them all. But let's continue.
That spot, you got to know the angles to hit that spot. You know? Or if you're long enough, you can hit other spots. You know what I'm saying? Down by the cervix. You know what I mean?
Also, play with her clitoris.
It's not about the length more so than it is the girth. You know what I mean? You got to feel it.
Yeah. If only he knew about females for real. If only he knew about women in real reality. I mean, it's so much I could say, but I'm going to keep it to myself. Because he thinks he knows.
Women get off on this type of stuff. You have to know her erogenous zones. You got to know how to turn her on. And it's not just, sexual. It begins with, what you say to her, how you talk to her, how you look at her, how you tease her throughout the day, how you titillate her mind throughout the day. That's all foreplay. You know what I mean? You guys are out together, you're looking at her across the room, and you guys just have this internal communication without actually having to speak where everybody knows what's going on. That shit is sexy. You know what I mean? Like you're out together, you're at a party or a dinner party or some shit like that or whatever. And you're here talking to your friends or your guests and she's on across the room. You just look at her and just, or you lick your lips or you wink at her and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Tell her I'm gonna tap that ass tonight, but whisper, whatever. That's foreplay. That titillates some mind and gets some.
The art of seduction, ladies. We all know about the art of seduction. And yes, he is correct in that manner. Females like to be seduced and they don't like to be taken to like in an animalistic way, in an animalistic manner. Especially if she's a high value. Now, if she's just, a hood rat or, or she just don't really care and she's out there like that, then, it is what it is. You really don't have to do much. Just break her off, pay her some money, and boom, there you have it.
So wet. You gotta play fucking games, bro. You can't just have sex, you know, in the same place all the time. You know, in the bedroom, you gotta mix it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Role play. Get some motherfucking toys, some vibrators and shit, some remote control vibrators and shit. You know what I mean? Get some whips.
You need to be asking her, what does she like? Okay. Not everybody likes the same thing. So again, this is generalization once again. But again, he's speaking truth in some aspects.
You know, some chains, some gags and feathers and shit, blindfolds, handcuffs. You gotta do crazy shit to women, man, because they enjoy it. You gotta do shit that other niggas are not doing to her, you know, to get her off. Because guess what? If you can't do number one, which is, you know, paying the bills, you know, in terms of providing a roof over the head and things like that, if you can't do that, if you're not in a position to do that, you gotta be blowing her back out. You straight up gotta be doing it.
Ladies, don't even let him get to that point if he's not providing, if he's not paying bills, if he's not investing in you. Do not let it get to that point. Do not. Don't sell yourself out and don't sell yourself short. Do not do it, because you don't want to be, I mean, unless you just don't care and that's all you want him for. But I still say uphold your value. Don't even let him get to that point. If he's not paying bills, he's not providing. Don't let him do it. I'm telling you, I am forewarning you. Do not let him get to this point. You got to really value yourselves. Why would you put yourself in a position, a vulnerable position, to give up your most precious prize, okay? And then he can't even help you financially. He's not willing to provide for you in any aspect monetarily. He ain't worth it. I wouldn't advise anybody to do that. But he's telling you that, you know, well, if you're going to settle for this type of dude, at least he can come with this. No, I wouldn't do that.
You know what I'm saying? That's number two. They're the top two things that's going to keep you a woman.
No, it's not. Providing and protecting is definitely going to keep her. Because what if you end up doing all this stuff to her and then you can't protect her? She finds out that you can't fight, you can't defend her, you're not willing to defend her, you're not willing to protect her. That is very unattractive. That's a turnoff. No female wants to be with somebody and she feels like he will not protect her, or he won't go out his way to defend her. No, absolutely not.
You're stable and you're blowing her back out. Number three, you let yourself go. If you let yourself go, okay, because, you know, however she met you is what she was attracted to, right? Same thing with her. You start getting fat and out of shape, your eyes will start wandering and shit, right? Same thing with her. This is why I tell you niggas to work out. Keep your sexual market.
So this is based on a very superficial level, okay? Because as we know, people can accrue certain medical issues that will cause them to gain weight or cause them to lose weight. And some females deal with what's called hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism, where either they will be gaining weight because the thyroid is hypoactive, which means it's underactive, or it's hyperactive and they will lose weight because the thyroid is overactive. So you got to take into account that these things that he's speaking about are very superficial. Now, if she's a female who just does not care about her, you know, overall well-being and physique, then I don't classify her as a high-value female. And I don't think that would be the type of female that a high-value man or a high-quality man would attract in the first place. Now, would he? So that shouldn't even be an issue. Because if you're a high-quality male, chances are you're going to attract a high-quality female that's already paying attention to her diet and working out and cares about her physique, because she cares about her health. She cares about her looks, right? That's what I thought. But he's painting the narrative as something else. So I'm a little confused. What type of women are we attracting here to be this high-quality man or high-value man?
Value up, because You know, you may think you look good in your motherfucker.
And you know what? Most guys will want you to work out with them. Y'all will go for walks. Y'all will go bike riding. Y'all will go to the gym together. He'll help you work out. He'll stretch you out. This is what high quality men do. They don't just say, oh, you know what? You look like you gaining weight. You don't let yourself go. No, he's going to try to help push you along if he feels that something is getting out of control. But more than likely, if you're a high value female, you don't really have those issues to worry about in the first place, right? That's what I would think. But let's continue and let him talk.
Fucking eyes, but if women don't think you look good, you don't fucking look good. So your S&B is established by women. So the more women you have checking for you when you guys are out, when women are looking at you and desiring you and think that you're sexy and answering all that, because you have a dress code, you got swag, you know what I'm saying? You got a nice build, you got a nice shoulder to waist ratio of 1.6 that I always talk about. Your waist is smaller than your shoulders. You got like a V-shape and a flat stomach. You don't have to be a fucking bodybuilder or a fitness instructor. You know, like me, I'm a personal trainer and shit like that. I'm athletic, I'm boxing, martial arts, all type of shit. But, women are attracted to that. You're going to put your...
Women are attracted to guys that definitely are physically appealing, but also some guys are physically appealing and not all females are attracted to them. And those are facts. Those are facts. And you can ask females this question. There can be a guy that has the physique of Ace Heru or has that bodybuilder look. And every female is not going to be attracted to him. It's just not the case. It's not, because high quality females look for more than just that. Okay? There's got to be something charismatic about this dude. There's got to be something that she can relate to. And it's more on a spiritual level than a physical level. Like I said, all these things that he's speaking about are very subsurface. They're very kind of like a little, now I'm not going to say low vibrational, but they're superficial. Okay. And I know that, yes, everyone is visual. Everyone has to have chemistry and be attracted to one another. But once you get beyond that, then what? Because looks can get someone, but they will not keep the person. Okay. Let me make that very clear. I have dealt personally with some highly attractive guys in my lifetime. Highly attractive. But that does not make someone want to stay or be with that person, because they can have flaws that you just don't want to deal with. So ladies, I understand what he's saying at this point, but then again, I question the agenda here again in his narrative, because the things that he's talking about is more on a very subsurface level. You understand what I'm saying? But let's give him the benefit of the doubt, because he does know a few things that he's speaking about. It does make sense, but these are common sense things, again, that he's speaking about. If you had a father in your life, okay, and you saw that your father did these things already for your mother, AKA paid the bills, AA paid all the bills and the car notes, she didn't have to work, then you're accustomed to that. So a guy that's saying this to you means nothing unless he's doing it for you. So that's why I say, pay very close attention to what they say versus what they do. Words mean nothing. Actions mean everything. Okay? Where's his wife? I don't know. I understand that he's into quote unquote polygamy now. There are some people who have done some interviews about him. And I think some more things are going to come out about him. But that's neither here nor there. You can do your own research. But ladies, make sure these guys are practicing what they preach when they sell you a product and capitalize off of melanated pain, especially for the females, because they know that females need to be catered to in this manner. And so they will definitely lay it all out on a platter, make it sound really good, delectable. They'll give you an appetizer, okay? But you're really not getting a full course meal, and you're definitely not getting a 5-star meal. Because if that's the case, then they would be truthful and honorable and be practicing and demonstrating the lifestyle that they're conveying to you. So let's continue.
Yourself in a better position to be selected and chosen, and she's gonna be more attractive because that's some manly, masculine shit. This is what masculine fucking men do. Masculine men take care of themselves. They take care of their mind. They take care of their body. They eat right. They exercise, and they know how to dress. Because when you do that, you're gonna develop more testosterone, and that's just gonna, it's just gonna garner more female attention. You're gonna have more muscle tone. You're gonna have more musculature, bone density. You're gonna see it in your facial hair. You're gonna hear it in your voice. It's just how you carry yourself. You see what I'm saying? So it's very beneficial that you fucking exercise, my bro. You guys gotta exercise and keep your sexual market value up. And eat right, because
there's a guy on YouTube that has a book called Alpha Male Strategies, and he talks about similar things. Like, I don't know, it's something similar to this market value thing that you have to keep up so you can keep the women in rotation. Very similar antics, you all. The only difference is he's switching the narrative a little bit by telling men what they need to do as far as acquiring a high value female, being a high value man. The other guy just doesn't give a F about the woman, okay? And it's very obvious in the narrative that he paints. This one is just making it seem like he cares about the woman, but I would question it. It's very questionable behavior going on, but let's continue.
The healthier you are, the better sex you're gonna have. A stronger libido you're gonna have. At this point, you should get it by now. Another reason why she probably doesn't respect you is because you don't have a purpose. You're not on your purpose. That's the top three. Pay the bills. No. Pay the bills, blow it back out. Keep your health up. Now we're talking about purpose, right?
Where's the protection? I didn't hear him say provide, protect. He said pay bills, but he skipped over the protection. And he's a bodyguard. So I think that should definitely be like the second or the first thing on his list. And then it brings me back to that live stream that I did when I spoke about YP's child's mother, Camille, when YP basically struck her and punched her in front of Ace Heru, which is the bodyguard. And they said that Golden Beauty had to basically pull YP off of her. Or no, YP had to, yeah, she did. She tried to pull him off. And then Ace, I guess she said for Ace to step in or something like that. But as a bodyguard, as a high value man, a provider and a protector, wouldn't you think you're protecting this melanated female? Wouldn't that be like instinctual? Especially because of his age. He's in his 40s and that girl is probably like in her 20s. So wouldn't you look at her as a daughter-like figure or a little sister or a niece? I would think that your protective instinct should kick in as a male. And then you want to show the picture on the screen of a lion. Okay? We already know how the lions get down.
That's why you probably don't respect it, because you're not on your purpose. You don't let yourself go. Maybe you're just satisfied with being an employee. You shouldn't be satisfied with that, because the goal of any high value guy, the goal of any alpha, the goal of any Mac, the goal of any, bad boy is going to.
A Mac and a bad boy, ladies. Is that what y'all want? Because if that's the case, you could read Tariq Nasheed's book called The Mac Within. That came out back in the like 2007, 8, around that time frame. That's another one, okay? But he's also married to a biracial woman, so I don't really know that he even really respects melanated females in that aspect. But to each his own. That's neither here nor there. But like I said, these guys are all promoting these books to men and to women. And look at what type of lifestyle they're really living behind the scenes. And you all are opening up your wallets You are opening up your cash apps and sending them all this money for these products, something in which they do not even live by, but they're endorsing to you. I would question these antics, you all. I really would. Find the real sentiments of why they are perpetuating these narratives and selling and marketing and advertising primarily to melanated females. I would be very leery of a person that markets to melanated females capitalizing off of her pain, you all.
To be his own boss, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to work for no fucking dominant society. You don't want to work in this goddamn matrix. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got an employee mindset, then cool. But go to the top of that bitch, try to run it, become a CEO or cool, or at least a manager, something, instead of just being entry level.
True.
You know?
That is very true.
Own some shit.
Exactly.
Invest in some shit.
Exactly.
Have some assets. Get ready.
So, since we're talking about owning things and assets, I'm going to refer you all to check out the last video. It was an interview that was done. Since he's talking about assets and investing, because it's understood that I don't know if he was really doing that, but yet that's the narrative that he's painting and pushing. It sounds good to the ears, but is that really the life he was living? So, like I said, I question people that paint these narratives, that push these books to the melanated females, when in the background, they might not really be living these lives that they're pushing in front of you. And so you have a whole lot of people that's buying into this narrative, not understanding that the picture of which he paints is not the picture that he's actually living wholeheartedly. Okay?
These motherfucking liabilities. You know? Have a motherfucking purpose. What kind of hobbies you got? What kind of dreams you got? What kind of goals you got? What's your motherfucking vision? Women are attracted to ambition. Women love ambition. And they love to see men who will work towards their ambition, because when you make a woman the focus of your life, when you make her the star of your own movie, she's gonna fucking run, because they know that men who get pussy whipped and make women the focus of their life, they're not focused on their purpose by default. That means you're just gonna be average or mediocre.
No, that's not true. You should focus on her, but don't focus 100% of your entire time on her. You do need to have other things that you're working on, because you need to build a lifestyle for both of you and for your future family, if that's what you're trying to accomplish. But no, you shouldn't just not focus on her. You do need to focus on her. You need to pay attention to her. A female is attracted to a man that's attentive, okay? He knows little minute details about her. But be very careful, ladies, because some dudes use that strategy and that tactic as a technique, because he's trying to win you over. So they are used to doing these things. So if he's doing that, just be very careful, okay? If he's paying attention to the little intricate details about you, then he could be the type that is used to doing that to a lot of different females, because that is one of his techniques and that's one of his strategies.
Mediocre, and you guys more than likely just gonna be scraping by, or just be fucking, you know what I'm saying, poor and just fucking average. Women, let's see, women reward men with pussy, with yoni. You see what I'm saying? Women reward you with that. The more successful you are, the more, you know what I'm saying, ambitious you are, the more of a go-getter you are, you know what I'm saying, the more pussy you get. So basically, the more high value you become, the more pussy you get. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you guys want, you know, poly and multiple women and things like that. But guess what? That's only relegated to guys who produce. That's only relegated to guys who blow their bank out. That's only relegated to guys who pay the bill. That's only relegated to guys who are fit and stay in shape. That's only relegated.
Since he's talking about that, right? Because he's in support of poly. I mean, it was told that he could not pay his own car note. For 2 months, someone else paid it. So what category does he fall into? And you all, if you think I'm making it up, go check out that interview. Because these dudes that are pushing these messages, it's confusing me. Which one are you? Are you a high value man? Are you just trying to perpetuate a narrative to push a book, to play off of females' melanated pain? You're catering to something that you think women want to hear. Because I'm gonna tell you, ladies, a lot of guys have what's called the gift of gab. They have the gift of gab. That's why I say believe none of what you hear. Let their actions prove for you, and their actions have to be consistent. And I would also stress too that you might want to do some research, some background checking on these guys. You have to do this, especially with melanated males in particular. I hate to say it this way. You have to do your due diligence on these dudes out here because they are very good actors. You understand that Ace Heru is an actor, okay? He's an actor. With the book that he allegedly wrote, that he's selling in his name. Be very cognizant of this type of individual. Let's continue.
I get into the guys that are in the top echelon of society. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, women want guys that are over 6 feet, make over 6 figures, got more than 6 inches. You know what I'm saying? Way over 200 pounds, right? Check. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not doing 6 figures anymore at the moment, but I will. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm going to parlay that into 7 figures, but I check off on a lot of these motherfucking boxes. You know what I mean? And so should you guys. You know, if you're young, in your 20s, 30s, guys, if you're 40, in your 40s, it's not too late. In your 50s, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's time to get it popping.
Now you hear this. Let me let you hear what he's about to say. Some nonsense.
Mature at 43 years of age.
Men mature at 43 years of age because it's stupid. You know why? This is dumb. Because like I just told you, other guys and other nationalities are not maturing at almost 50 years old. Guys in other communities and other ethnicity backgrounds are planning futures with their fiancés in their mid-20s, owning houses and properties and business in their 20s. And you think I'm making it up, but I've seen this, I've witnessed it, I've talked to them. They are owning businesses. They are buying houses in their 20s for their fiancés to live in. So ladies, you do not have to accept this narrative that, oh, because I'm a man, I mature later than you, and I don't age, and I don't mature till I'm in my 40s, so I can be ignorant. Because if that's the case, you need not to waste your life, your precious life. You don't know how many years you're going to be here on this earth. So therefore, do not waste your time waiting on this melanated male, man-child to mature. Don't do it. Take your resources and your assets elsewhere. You know what? Where someone does not look at you as a liability, but as an investment. That's what you do. Because there are a lot of men out here who are willing to invest into you. But you all are so loyal to these melanated man children that are not loyal to you. They will use you. They will use your assets. They will use whatever they can take from you. Your energy, your ideas, your charisma, just your physical attributes, whatever they can, your credit, your money, that's why I said your time. Do not give up the best of you to someone that's only giving themselves part of them. Well, I don't mature until I get into my 40s. Well, too bad. Go be immature with somebody else that wants to be immature with you, okay? High value women and high quality females don't fall for these antics, okay? Because if at 40 years old, you are just starting to mature, that means you are nothing but a man boy, and you're going to expect her to teach you almost everything that you should have known back in your 20s and 30s. And you just don't have time for it, women and ladies out there. Most of you already have children that are probably in their 20s. And you think you want to take on another man boy at the age of 40? I think not. Keep your youth, ladies. Remain youthful. And at the same time, get someone that is mature enough to handle you. Because a lot of these melanated man children are not. Let's continue.
This is what women desire. This is what it is. You know, if you want the most beautiful women, most attractive women, and you want young women that are in the prime of their life in terms of, you know, beauty, fertility, and youth, then this is the man that you have to become. And if you want her to respect you, then you have to be hitting on all these areas that I just shared with you. We're talking about respect. You know what I mean? And these are the type of women these are the type of men that women respect, and these are the type of men that women submit to. They submit to masculine men, because masculine men do this shit that I'm telling you about. They want you to pay the motherfucking bills. They want you to be strong and fit. They want you to have a fucking purpose. They want you to stay in shape.
And protect.
You know what I'm saying? And they want you to have a king mindset, bro. My God. That's what they want you to do. That's if you want the best. Now, if you just want to deal with the low-hanging fruit, you know what I'm saying? Overweight women, you know what I'm saying? Older women, you know what I'm saying?
Now, he said older women, as if older women is not a positive. But there are younger guys that do like older women. Normally, they say, I like older women because they're more mature. I've heard that a lot because I've attracted a lot of guys that are younger than me, many years younger. I've had to tell some of these guys, look, you're like a little brother, okay? Like, I wouldn't even feel right talking to them. Like, that's just disrespectful. You know, like, what would I tell your mother? So, ladies, don't get it twisted, because a lot of you females out there look a lot younger than what you really are. See, that's where he got it all twisted, right? He got it all messed up and discombobulated in his mind of his. A lot of younger guys like older women for different reasons. Some of them want to be taken care of. And I used to hear that. I've heard that quite a few times. I've heard guys say this out of their mouths, talking to their own friends while I was on the phone. Yeah, man, she take care of me. So that's why they want an older lady, or they want an older woman. They also like older women because older women have a different type of intellect, a different type of conversation. He can learn from her, okay? And so this is true. This is true. I've heard this. So when he talks about older women that look great and youthful for their age, and they have their life together, okay, they are in the prime of their life. That's what he has not understood. The reason he talks about younger women is because he can manipulate them more. They're more manipulative because they're more naive. That's what older guys see in younger females. So he's talking, but he's talking on a superficial level, that which I don't really respect. I've met an older guy that was his age that came and approached me, and, you know, I make 6 figures and da 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 da, and thought that I was going to be impressed by that because that's what he's accustomed to. And when he saw me, you know, he wanted to, oh, send me a picture. I'm working and I'm at the gym. This and that. Oh, I want to see your, you know what? That might work on a younger female. That's not going to work on a female that is mature. So that's, ladies, why they like younger females. That's part of it, because they're very naive. A lot of them are naive. But a lot of females are not that naive. A lot of females also have good hearts. They do. But when they get older, when they've seen enough things, they know what not to fall for. So a lot of females are not going to fall for this nonsense. But let's keep going, you all. Because he talks about age a lot.
Saying that's past their prime year, because most women, after 30, that's probably never been married. Like they want to settle down. Like if you have some women out there that has two or more children, that has two or more children from different fathers. Like maybe she was married. Okay, cool, but I'm just saying, if you're a single guy with no children, it don't make any sense for you to try to settle down with a woman who has two or more children from different fathers. You know what I mean? And that's never been married. That's crazy. Under the age of 28, 27, that's crazy.
So the same rules should apply for the females, ladies. Stop settling for these guys that have multiple baby mamas from two or more women, and you don't have children because they're looking for a stepmother and they're trying to make you the third baby mama. But guess what? You're more than a baby mama. I talk about this on my channel, on my other channel. You are not a baby mama, okay? You are the portal to life. That's what you have the capability of doing, okay? And any man that would impregnate you should be honored that you would even bear his fruit, okay? And I mean that wholeheartedly. He needs to be fit enough for you to basically incarnate and replicate his genetic DNA and mix your DNA with his. That is an honor to him. So to just be willingly accepting of someone who does not even respect themselves enough because they don't care who they reproduce with, like an animal. They don't plan their children. They just go out there and acting in an animalistic way, having multiple baby mothers. Why would you want that for yourself? And there are women that are accepting of this nonsense because they want a man so bad that they will settle for that type of man. They will settle for a builder man. You got to build his credit. You got to build him up. You got to build his confidence. You got to boost it. Like, what are you doing? You want a project. You might as well live in the project. All right, my bad. Let me keep going.
She was just out there wilding. So if you want to deal with your low-hanging fruit, women that are overweight, single mothers with multiple kids, you know what I'm saying? Women's in their late 30s and 40s.
All right, so he obviously he doesn't like overweight women because he keeps talking about it. He says that women in their 30s and 40s have basically gone over their prime. So it sounds like he's saying no to that. But then again, somebody just said that she's 41 and he was trying to get at her. So, I don't understand what he's talking about.
Matrix. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got an employee mindset, then cool. But go to the top of that bitch, try to run it, become a lot of you guys want, poly and multiple women and things like that. But guess what? That's only relegated to guys who produce. This is what it is. If you want the most beautiful women, the most attractive women, and you want young women that are in the prime of their life in terms of, beauty, fertility, and youth, then this is the man that you have to become. And if you want her to respect you, then you have to be hitting on all these areas that I just shared with you. Still with the low-hanging fruit, you know what I'm saying? And jaded and angry and shit like that. But that's crazy. Under the age of 28, 27, that's crazy. That means she was just out there wilding. So if you want to deal with your low-hanging fruit, women that are overweight, single mothers with multiple kids, you know what I'm saying? Women's in their late 30s and 40s has probably been through the ringer a few times. Divorced and they kind of mismanaged and jaded and angry and shit like that.
See, he doesn't know what he's talking about because there are females out here that are in their 30s and 40s and have never been married, still look good, have never had children. That tells you how much he knows because those women are high value. You know how I know? Because what they did not do is allow a man to impregnate them multiple times with children and ruin their lives. Because most melanated men children, when they come into your life, especially in your 20s, and especially when they're very young, their main point of contention is to ruin and try to destroy your life. They would try to ruin your credit, because I've heard stories of it. I've never allowed that to happen to me, because I would never sign for something for someone and put something in my name for someone. That's not my child. And even if it were my husband, I would have reservations of that. They come into your life with agendas, you all. And so the women that did not allow this to happen to themselves are seen as, oh, something must be wrong with you. You're not married. Something must be wrong with you. You don't have kids. What's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you to think that I'm supposed to put myself in a position to allow another human being to delegate and regulate my life? Like I told you, ladies, you are the leader of your life. You don't need to submit to anyone. If anything, he should be submitting to you because you're the goddess. But see, people like this have it misconstrued. They don't understand that women are the leaders in the background in all actuality, because you know you can implant a vision and an idea into his mind, and it will manifest and grow. That's all you have to do, is be suggestive. This, you all ladies, is how you set roots into the man's mind. And I'm not saying to control his mind, but there are certain techniques that you can use to control him without dominating him in an overt fashion, okay? And it takes knowing the type of man or dude or guy that you're dealing with, okay? A lot of positive reinforcement is one. They love it. They fall for that. Encouragement. You have to talk to them almost like in a childlike manner, you all. These are the type of guys that fall for that. What I'm telling you. Oh, you know, look at you. You know this, you know that. You're so smart. You're so knowledgeable. Teach me something. Because he wants to sound like he knows what he's talking about, even though a lot of this stuff he's telling us, some of it is common sense and some of it is nonsense. He's mixing two different things together and selling it to you in a book. So if you want to play along with this type of dude, you got to know how to play his game, basically. You got to make it seem like, oh, he got all this knowledge and he's teaching you something. Because that's going to feed his ego. Guys, they love for their egos to be fed, especially melanated guys, because they spend so much time in society being beaten down because they really cannot compete like with other guys in society. You know, like the financial resources are held from them. So that is one thing they're very sensitive about, especially if a female is making more than them, if she's more financially stable, if she has more going on for herself. They are very sensitive about it. They're not going to express it to you, but what you will find is that you'll be in competition with a dude and not even know that you were in competition with a dude. He will secretly be thinking to himself in his mind, how is she affording this? How is she doing that? Oh, I need to step my game up. I'm not going to tell her that, but it will come out in resentment. And you're wondering, what is this attitude about? I am not making this up. I have heard stories, you all, about these melanated men children having resentment because the female that he's interested in and involved with has a house and he does not, has multiple cars and he does not, have degrees and he does not. This is what we're dealing with out here. So let's make no mistake. Melanated goddesses, queens, whatever you want to call yourselves, okay, my melanated beauties, continue to be who you are. You do not have to bend over backwards, okay, to get a man to want to be with you. Because if he wants to be with you, he's going to be with you. You don't need to get liposuction, like I heard somebody talking about. You don't need to go and get weave in your hair, fake lashes, fake body parts. be somebody you're not, do all of these things because the right guy is going to attract to you because of your radiating frequencies and your vibrations. And if it's meant to be, it will be. And so it shall be, okay? Because it was already written, you all. So you don't have to change yourself to this magnitude to be with the likes of a quote unquote high value man that's playing manipulative games to make himself seem like he's something he's not. Let's continue.
Like, you know, that's what you're going to be relegated to. But if you want, like, the younger women that's got this shit together, that's gone to school, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they got some education and things like that. You know what I'm saying? They make good money and decent income. These are the type of partners, these are the type of men that are looking to share their life with. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta get it together. These are the type of men that these type of women submit to. These are the type of men that these women respect. But you gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the work on yourself. It's not their fault. You gotta do the work. You know what I mean? Like, being a man has a lot of advantages. You know what I'm saying? We get better with age. We get better with time. Women only have a small window of time to get this shit done in terms of, you know, finding or attracting a high value guy, getting married, starting a family, and shit like that. They roughly got about from 18 to 29 to do that shit. After that, it gets significantly harder. It's not impossible, but it gets a little bit more harder.
Okay. So what makes him think that all females want old men? They start to get gray in their beards. They start to look like grandfathers. You know, who wants that? Leftovers. You know, their health starts declining. They have to be on medication. But he's talking about females declining. They only have a small window of time. When a lot of these women that I'm seeing out here, and I know because I personally I'm out here talking to these females. And I'm looking at them and they're buying my products, my queen dresses, some of my tank tops, my queen shirts, you know, for all you melanated beauties out there. And I'm like, they're telling me their age, and I'm like, you cannot be serious. These women are looking good. Okay. Looking like, some of them looking like they're in their late 30s, they're in their 50s. Like, you wouldn't even know. One lady, she came and told me her age, and she had 2 kids with her. And I was like, what? So don't listen to this nonsense, ladies. This is some nonsense. This is what it is. I have youthful parents. I have a youthful mother as well. And I told her, like, when I see her, and I was even back, like, when she was 10 years ago, I told her, I said, you know what? I would compare her to some of the people that I graduated from high school with. And her whole frame, her body shape looked better than them. They were looking sloppy. And these people were in their young 20s, coming straight out of high school, looking sloppy, looking overweight, looking like they needed help physically. So you cannot always go by age. That's what I'm saying. And as far as maturity, he's in his 40s, closer to 50 than anything. Like I said, you cannot always go by age. You have to go by maturity. So I would wonder who his father was. I would wonder what male mentorship and what male roles he had in his life to counsel other men about how to deal with females, especially melanated queens and high value women, if that's what he wishes to attract. You always want to pay attention to that, ladies. Pay attention to if this guy had a male mentor or a male father figure in their lives that was not just a male father figure, but a positive male father figure, because that's going to play a very significant role as well in the type of the values of man or male that he will be for you and for your potential or future family and children. Because I heard in the interview that he doesn't even have a good relationship with his own son. But you're counseling other men? Wouldn't you think that he would get that situation corrected first? Isn't that more important than trying to counsel other men on relationships with females? That's why I said, ladies, be careful. I heard about Kevin Samuels not paying child support. And sounds like he didn't have a good relationship with his daughter. But he's counseling men on how to be attracting high value women. Look at Steve Harvey. Look at how he treated his second wife, had her put away and locked up in jail, took her son away. That's who you want to listen to give you relationship advice. Even if you don't want to be with the woman, you don't have to take her son from her. He knew the pain that would cause her. He meant to hurt her intentionally, not to mention allegedly forging documents in her that in her name, and having the quote unquote mistress to forge documents with her name. Basically took everything that she was supposed to have. The judge ordered for her to have certain property, and somehow it got taken from her. Does a high value man treat the mother of their child that way? High value, huh? Act like a man, think like a no, act like a man, think like a woman. No, act like a woman, think like a man. So if we're gonna act like a woman and think like a man, we should probably be thinking to do some of the same stuff that they've been doing to females. So what? Maybe I need to write a book called How to Be a Savage 101. Let's stay winning. Let's get it. Okay? How to be a savage. Because this is some nonsense, y'all. We can walk down the line to each of these quote unquote men that are giving this advice for relationship advice. And it's a bunch of nonsense. But let's continue because he's almost done.
For the type of men they want to attract. You know what I mean? So put in the work, guys. You want high value, to be a high value man. I mean, you want to get the top 8, 9, and 10s of women. You got to become that high value man. If you want them to respect you, if you want them to submit to you, that's what you got to do. All right. So I don't want to make this video too long. That's it. Go ahead and get the book, How to Be a High Value Man: The Blueprint to Success for Women's Development ebook. So in paperback and audiobook. Check it out on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and grab it, guys. Add me on IG. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. You know, you can book me there for consultation. We talk about women in life. Guys, like, share, subscribe. Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, and comment on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get over this algorithm, man. And let's get to 2K, man. You know, share my shit with people. Tell them about it. Tell them about our channel. Let's get it up to 2K. Keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Other than that, I will see you guys next video. Love, peace.
Nonsense, you all. And so I'm going to stop right there. Okay. And now we're going to get into a book that I would recommend for you ladies out here that have been dealing with the nonsense from these quote unquote high value men. These alleged high value men out here. Okay. All right. So, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Share screen, share screen. iPhone, iPad, computer. Okay. They're telling me how to connect. Screen mirror. Go to Kindle. Boom. There it is, ladies. This right here will help you out a lot. A lot of people are not going to be in support of this, but I recommend it highly for those of you. All right, just making sure y'all can still hear me. All right, here you have it on the bookshelf. We have Shira 7, I Bring Nothing to the Table, ladies. A level up concept. I purchased this book about 2 years ago. I think that's when it came out. Then we also have Dr. Layla Africa. I purchased that book like in 2017. Melanin, What Makes Black People Black. We will be exploring that more. Of course, we have Behold a Pale Horse by yours truly, William Cooper. We will be speaking more about that book. Also on the bookshelf, we have Every Little Step by Bobby Brown. That is an interesting read, you all. I could not put that book down. It kept my mind off a lot of things back when that book came out. That was like in 2016, I believe. We have the real estate book. Shout out to Audrey Hines, Hair with Flair. Okay, check that. I think it's only $4.99 for the Kindle version. This is a cute book, you all. I love this book, Hair with Flair. She is a melanated publisher, you all. And I met her. She was at my sister's house. And back then, her book, I think, was about to come out. And she's just always so down to earth and personable. I've taken a class of hers online because, as you all know, I have some books that I would like to get published, children's books, by the way, and I digress. But anyway, as you can see, there's the 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, you all, Hair Like Mine. So, you know, and here's another one by Shiva 7, Too Pretty to Pay Bills, okay? Now, she talks about gold digging. I, for one, am not saying that I'm an advocate of gold digging, but anyway, I was interested in seeing what she had to say. And then there's The Sacred Woman by Queen Afua, you all right? And as you all know, I'm into selling t-shirts, how to design and sell t-shirts, you all. I know how to design my own shirts, and I also am a seller of the shirts. And then this book my mother wanted me to purchase for her is by Mike Epps. I never did order the book, so that's just a sample. But let's get back into, okay, Shiva 7. And we're going to explore some pages that I bookmarked, okay? So I want you to recognize this when you see it, ladies, so you don't fall for this nonsense. All right. A Bob the Builder, you all, is a chick, is a woman. A Bob the Builder chick is a woman who builds with a man or builds up a man with her own money and career. Ladies, do not do this. Do not invest into that man your money to build him up, because he will leave you after he does it. Okay? He's not going to respect you because he sees you as a pawn that he has used and taken advantage of. He will respect more the woman that he leaves you for, because he didn't have to she didn't have to invest into him. So she's more of a challenge. All right, these women don't require their men to strive hard to impress them because they pay half of the rent, mortgage, and put in 50% towards living expenses. So when he was talking about the fact that she can pay for that car payment and you don't want to acquire liabilities, he looks at females as liabilities and not as investments. So if you're a high value female and a high quality woman, a high quality female, remember I told you, you are the diamond, you're the prize. So he's going to invest. He's going to make an investment into the rarity, into the diamond. The builder chicks will be upset in about 15 years because her man is not going to want to build with her anymore because she's already built with him. She's built him up to be with someone who another woman can now admire. She eventually gets left for another woman after he becomes financially stable. And it's true. You hear a lot of stories like this. So she's done a lot of consultations with the Bob the Builder chicks who are bewildered that their men are leaving them after a decade for a younger woman that they've worked hard to help him get his career established. Ladies, do not build up a man. This is what I want you to know. And I'm telling you, Shira 7 has been telling you this for years, but I've heard personal accounts. Women are doing this. They are building a man up doing stuff for him that she has no business doing. Like if he's in his 40s and he's just maturing and you're still why are you trying to build up a grown man? That makes no sense. Okay? So he has a starter wife. That's what I want to let you know, that when he is done with his starter wife, he's going to get the woman that he really wants to fully provide for. But it's not too late to get the life you really want. If you are a Bob the Builder chick and you want to test your man to see if he is this type of man, give him 75% of the bills. Okay? You need to allow him to prove to you that he is willing to take on the responsibility of a mortgage and of bills, and that he can provide a lifestyle for you ladies. Stop finding out after you have invested so much of your time, effort, energy, and money into him, the type of man he really is. Okay? Helping a man build is a nice thing to do, but if you do so, you are a team member or a partner and not a wife. Usually the second wife is the wife. The first wife is usually the partner. Okay? Bob the Builder believes she's powerful because of what she can bring to the table. That's why she said, I bring nothing to the table, you all. You can have it all. You can have an entire house, an entire kingdom. Don't, okay, offer this man a platter at your table and he's doing nothing but bringing an appetizer. Why would you do that to yourself? You have to allow and let this man be a man. Stop trying to help him. If you never let him be the man, he will never be the man. He will never do it. Okay. Being the second wife means you get a man who's been trained to be a husband. I don't know about that. If he's going to be a husband, he's going to be one. If he doesn't want to be a husband, he won't. That's my opinion. Okay? She said, I'm not saying depend on a man. I'm saying be smart. You can have large savings if your man is providing. You can also have an online business and save at the same time. That is very smart, ladies. Okay? I find that men who are the builders are always ready to leave their marriages between the ages of 45 and 55 because the women have gotten too old for them and they want a young chick to make them feel young again because they're not done with life yet. Okay? So you heard Ace Heru, he's 49, talking about younger women. Look at Kevin Samuels. Look at Steve Harvey. Look at all of them. This is what they do. They're still interested in having sex regularly. They want to ride around in a nice car and have fun again, but you're ready to sit down and watch Netflix and Lifetime because you're 45 years old thinking that you're set for life, but you're not. Okay? There are also many men who subscribe to using a woman as a financial plan. They use women to save up, build up their credit, pay off their student loans, build equity, get a nice car, and establish a career. They get them a nice roommate who makes more or equal income. Ladies, this is why I've always said, make sure the guy is equally yoked to you. And a man should have what you have or more. He needs to have at least what you have or more. Therefore, if you have a house, he should have a house. If you have a car, he should have a car or multiple cars. If you have 2 cars, he should have the same thing. There's nothing wrong with requiring more from a male counterpart. He's supposed to be a provider, not a dependent. All right. The truth is that you're getting ready to grow old by yourself while he goes and experiences his midlife crisis with a 25-year-old. Okay, and I put a marker on this page. Don't be a Bob the Builder. In fact, keep your job if that makes you feel empowered. Save your money, but ask him to pay all the bills. That way, if he ever decides to leave, you'll have huge savings and you can go and do the same thing that he's planning on doing. I would rather be an independent single woman than a Bob the Builder chick on any day, ladies. Any day. You are always the boss. Why? Because I won't be betrayed, left behind, or with debt, okay? They will mess up your credit, and you don't want to be stuck with credit card bills, with debt, because now he has destroyed and ruined your credit, ruined your life, and he's gone on with someone else. He doesn't have to worry about cleaning up the mess that he made in your lives. Ladies, don't be so dedicated to these guys. Do not do it from the beginning. Let him know that you don't bring anything to the table, and he'll understand that you're telling him that you will be doing nothing for him. Don't be doing too much for him, especially not financially. Don't. No matter how many times you try to warn a female, it's almost like the stupid ones will still do it and then cry about it later. Okay, if you are already a Bob the Builder, put down your bricks, hammers, and axes, take off your construction hat, go get a mani and pedi, sit on the couch and tell him that you are through. You have the power to say that you're done working. A real man will not require you to have to work a job to help pay bills. Point blank and period. Okay? Because he's a provider. I've never heard a man of means ask a woman what she brings to the table. They are too busy trying to impress her and do things for her instead of worrying about what she's bringing to the table and to the relationship. Dating is not a situation where you are making a deal. This is not a Bob the Builder scenario, and you are not bringing any tools nor extras for him. He's supposed to have a house already built, not you getting a hammer and some nails and you are building a house with a construction hat. You are a woman. You're supposed to be in your feminine divine energy. And they wonder why men don't submit, why women are in their masculine energy. Because that's another thing they like to say about melanated females. Because they can't provide, for one thing. You see a lot of other ethnic groups, and these women have like high class lifestyles. They're out shopping in the daytime. They're out with their kids. They're in Target. They're at Target buying things 2 o'clock in the day. They're not on jobs. They're soccer moms. You know what? And I respect the men that could put them in that position. They have nice quality bags, purses, name brand. And I'm not saying name brand is everything. High quality fashions. Because that's the lifestyle that their men are providing for them. The Middle Eastern women, check them out sometimes when you're out. You know, and when you go in Walmart, notice how many single mothers you see in the melanated community with their kids in Target and no man. I'm sorry, not in Target, in Walmart. Pay attention. The question is guide code for what can you do for me, okay? The reason why women shouldn't do anything is that the more you do, the more he's expecting to get. It actually emasculates real men if you bring anything to the table. And some men will be intimidated by you when you have certain things going on for yourself. I just talked about this. Some ladies out there who have houses, who have nice cars, multiple cars, have degrees, make nice money, and got money to spend, money in the bank. That's intimidating for guys because they are still in their insecure masculinity. Okay. A man should feel lower. A man should feel lower in importance if he has to ask a woman this: what are you bringing to the table? It should be embarrassing to ask a woman what she brings to a relationship. He should be bringing enough for himself and a few others. You know why? Because if he's bringing enough for you and a few others, that means he's ready to build a life with you. In the instance that you are ready to have a family with him. If he wants to get you in a position where he will impregnate you, he should have enough. Okay? You should not have to be pregnant and working, you all. I saw a woman literally at Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru, and she looked to be about at least 6 months pregnant, standing outside in the heat, you all, taking orders. And I'm thinking, she's melanated. I'm thinking to myself, what melanated man got her in this situation? Because it could only be a melanated man child that put her in that situation. This is the type of nonsense that's going on out here, ladies. So This is one of my quotes, okay? Brown Girls Are Beautiful endorses this quote, you all. When people tell you that your standards are too high, perhaps theirs is just too low. Simple as that. You can call it being bougie. I've heard of that. You can call it being stuck up. I've already heard that. But people that call you these things, that's because they cannot meet your standards. And that can be other females calling you that because they don't have your standards. But don't ever lower your standards because this is your life. Don't let anybody play with your life. You make your own empire, your own kingdom, your own universe, your own world. You set your own standards for your life. And don't get intimidated by these men telling you that you're asking for too much because they cannot provide enough for you. So you all, this has been an episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I hope you have liked this interpretation of my assessment on the HVM, the quote unquote alleged high value man. Because a real high value man doesn't have to go out there and broadcast it. It speaks for itself. A real high quality woman does not have to broadcast it. She is recognized by other high quality men, and she's recognized by even low quality men. That's why so many people are after her. And then after a while, your vibration just gets to the point where those lower quality men know not to even come in your direction, you all. I used to worry about that when I was younger. And, you know, also I want to say it depends on what area of town you're in. I tried to tell someone this as well. You want to stay out of certain areas where there are low vibrational beings, low quality individuals, because that's what type of men you will attract. All right. So think about that when you're out and about. Don't hang around the low vibrational areas. You want to be around the upper echelon parts of town. Okay. Shira 7 will also tell you that as well. Yeah, always, and I would stress to always ask the right questions to a guy up front. Don't waste, so you don't waste your time. Because there are a lot of pretenders, a lot of fakers. They will fake it till they make it. You have to check a lot of things. That's why I say do a thorough background check, check the credit, check the criminal history. Do as much research on this person as you can, because they will waste your time. They will play with your time. You know, they all have an agenda. They all have a narrative to paint for you. And so I would say take whatever they say out of their mouths with a grain of salt. You always look at action. And even with action, you still have to do your research. Okay, do your due diligence, ladies. Don't let these guys play with your lives. Okay, because we don't know how long we're going to be here. We don't have time for the nonsense. And I'm going to say this. You have never felt the pain of a melanated female's pain until you've seen and heard and witnessed a melanated female cry. I have heard and I've witnessed so much pain with these melanated females crying because of what these melanated guys have done to them. Some of these things that they've done out here is unspeakable. It's unspeakable. And to think that they think that this is funny, to think that they think that this is entertainment, it is disgusting. And really, it's embarrassing. As men, you all should be disgusted with yourselves. It's sad because you ruin it for the guys out here who are stand-up dudes. Because then you get a lot of these females who don't even want to give you a chance. And at this point, I'm surprised that they would even still want to be with the melanated men in general. This is why Serena Williams has gone outside of her race. And then people want to talk about her. But when she gave y'all a chance, what did you say? Oh, she's too masculine because she's an athlete, because she got more muscles than you. Well, go to the gym. She's highly successful. I know that. She's a millionaire. I know that. And she actually went to the Caucasian because y'all melanated guys couldn't get it right. Gabby Douglas, y'all wanted to talk about her hair. She's a gymnast, flexible, athletic, successful. Y'all want to talk about her hair. So you rather, what is it? It's never good enough. You get the queen, you want to treat her like a peasant. You get a queen, and I want to say this, ladies, this is another quote from BGAB. Never throw scraps at a queen and expect her to eat them. Ladies, don't go digging in the garbage for your dinner. So why would you accept garbage? I'm going to say it like this. When a person shows you they are trash, allow them to remain in the garbage. Don't go back in the garbage digging for those, digging for scraps. You don't dig in the garbage for your dinner. You are the prize. If you are a goddess, you need to act. You need to orchestrate, live your life in your goddess energy. Okay? And the right energies will come to your throne and kneel upon you. Okay? And will worship you. They really will. And I'm not saying it in an arrogant or a cocky way, but they really will. They will cook for you. They will massage you. They'll massage your feet. They'll do some stuff. Okay? I'm not going to get into the details of it. They will do a whole lot of caring to you because that's how much they value you. That's how much they love you. That's how much your energy radiates. That's how much they respect your spirit, your energy, because there's too many people that are focused on the outward appearance. There are a lot of beautiful women. There are a lot of pretty looking women. Okay. But that is just basically the outer structure. That's the superficial. Real high quality guys look beyond that in the first place. They look beyond that, okay? Because they can attract a lot of beautiful women. That's nothing for them. They're looking for substance, okay? That's how you know when you have a high quality man, ladies. So we didn't really have to go through that whole rendition of that book to understand and recognize that. Ladies, keep your power, remain on your throne, all right? And I want to say shout out to all my true melanated kings out here, all my true warriors. Thank you for protecting these princes and princesses. Thank you for protecting these queens. You know, I say this at the end of all my videos because we know real warriors are alpha males. And it's okay if you're not an alpha, continue to walk in your beta energy because we need you to. And to all of my melanated females, continue to be the shining beauties, the shining lights that you are. Don't let these negative antics dim your light. Whatever these, quote unquote insecure, I want to say emasculated dudes, these incomplete dudes have done, these dudes suffering with childhood traumas and traumas in their lives, whatever they've done. Know that this is not a testament to the value of who you are as a human being, the quality of who you are as a spirit. But this has more to do with who they are not, okay? And that you deserve more. And so the universe is going to open it up for you to have more. Trust me, you will always get better. The next one is coming and the next one is always better, you all. You should always be elevating, all right? So you all, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And you all continue to walk in your divinity. Stay well, stay blessed. And until next time, you all, thank you so much. I'm signing off.
All right, you all. Let me clear my throat for a second, y'all.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to another episode.
Oh, that's me again. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Thank you for everybody who stayed for the entirety of this live stream. This is one of the longest live streams I've ever done, but I thought that was a powerful video that I wanted to share. There are some jewels and gems being dropped, okay? So I hope everybody has taken something from it and learned a valuable lesson from, that whole rendition that we went through. Thank you, Melanated Chicks. Yes, please share this video, like the video, subscribe if you like. Feel free to hit the Cashapp, BGABClothing. Okay, it's all day, every day. Hashtag no days off, y'all. We're going to stay winning. Hashtag celebrate yourself. I can drop the link, share the link if y'all want to come up and say a few words before I close out. I would love to hear if anybody had some feedback or if you want to give some advice or whatever have you. If you want to make a comment, I'm open to that, you all. But my throat is a little fuzzy here. I'm going to have me a ice cream Snickers bar. Shame on me, huh? But y'all, I am getting hungry. I had made some stir fry last night, so I'm extremely hungry because I really haven't eaten today. I got to take my vitamins and all of that. So, I'm just basically coming on here because I have been away for like 3 weeks off the channel. I really would love to grow this channel, but y'all, I don't talk about celebrity gossip. I don't talk about a bunch of drama. So most people are drawn to that stuff. They're very toxic. I like a certain type of audience, a certain type of people, a certain type of vibration, a certain type of energy resonates with me. And so this is why I orchestrate my channel in this way. This is why I choose to talk about certain subject matters, you all. So I hope you can understand that, and I hope that you appreciate that as well. So I did drop the link if anybody wanted to come up, share, comment, whatever have you. If not, I'm going to be signing out. Thank you very much, 8 with 24. I appreciate you. If not, I'm going to be signing out, and I will, do a live stream or drop some videos next time. But also, I want you to check out my other channel. It's BGAB Clothing. I'm going to put it here in the comment section, y'all. It's BGAB Clothing. And on there, I try to keep it geared towards the clothing and things of that nature. But sometimes I use it as a backup channel when, I'm on YouTube punishment and YouTube timeout and things like that, because I be talking about the injection and they don't really like that too much. So that's why I've orchestrated that other channel. So y'all, again, I just thank you so much for joining me. I want to say special shout out to all of course, my beauty queens out there, the melanated queens. Shout out to all the true melanated king warriors out there. Anybody that just has a positive spirit that resonates with me, it doesn't necessarily have to be melanated, but I'm stressing the term melanated because we need to focus on this melanated community because I am a part of it. And so I am affected by it the most. To all the little princes and princesses out there, continue to walk in your divinity. Brown girls are beautiful. We want you to stay winning, okay? And y'all, listen to Melanated Chicks. Make sure you subscribe to her as well and share this video. Thank you so much. I am signing out. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and share these videos with y'all. And I'll be checking with y'all later. Y'all stay blessed.